Another day has arrived, and we are still in the same place of disarray. Hope is in the distance. I can see a tiny glimpse of light, just a tiny, tiny light. It is there, I know it. I can feel it in my heart. I have prayed for it for oh so long. I know that it is coming our way. Tomorrow may not arrive. Yesterday has gone, but this I know. Today is gonna turn out just right. Colonel Chris's ray of sunshine, he has arrived just in time to keep that tiny light in the horizon still burning bright. Our prayers are being answered, so don't despair. Someone we can trust, which has been a long time coming when our hopes were shattered. He is that tiny bright light in the distance. Tomorrow may not arrive. I can feel it in my heart. I have prayed for it for oh so long. I know that it is coming our way. Tomorrow may not arrive. Yesterday has gone, but this I know. Today is gonna turn out just right. Colonel Chris is a ray of sunshine. He has arrived just in time to keep that tiny light in the horizon still burning bright. Our Colonel Chris is a ray of sunshine. He has arrived just in time to keep that tiny light in the horizon still burning bright. Our prayers are being answered, so don't despair. Someone we can trust, which has been a long time coming when our hopes were shattered. He is that tiny bright light in the distance.
When the rain comes down, it don't mean drown. Just grab your boots and dance around. A little mud never hurt a soul. It's how we grow, yeah, it's how we roll.
The sun's hiding, but it ain't gone. Keep your heart turned on, turned on.
Keep smiling, keep shining when the storm tries to steal your song. Keep smiling, keep climbing till the dark clouds that don't belong. Oh, misery won't stay where joy is strong. Oh, misery won't stay where joy is strong.
When whispers creep in saying you can't win,
Just shout louder, drown them out again. Turn the doubts into your fire. Every stumble builds something higher. When shadows linger, light your spark. Don't let them pull you into the dark. Keep smiling, keep shining when the storm tries to steal your song. Keep smiling, keep climbing till the dark clouds that don't belong. Oh, misery won't stay where joy is strong. Oh, misery won't stay where joy is strong.
The microphone's off. Good evening, folks. Welcome back to the program. It's a pleasure to have you join me once again. It is Monday night, October 27th, 2025. Let me check on the sound there very quickly. 2020. Yep, sounds good. Okay. Just busy here messing with a couple things. I picked up a new thumb drive tonight, which is a C thumb drive, and they're really, really tiny. This is 256 gigabytes, and this thing is tiny. Check it out. That's a Samsung 256 gigabytes. I mean, this used to be like 2 megabytes just a few years ago. It's got a little hook on it. You can lock it together. It's pretty cool for like $30. So that'll fit in my laptop and carry a lot more data. This one here is 4 terabytes, and that one is 256 gigabytes. Anyway, yeah, so kind of handy. Welcome back, folks. How's things? How you all doing out there? I hope you're doing well. So this is the one I got right here, reversible USB-C type ports. Okay. Anyway, there you go. Cool. Anyway, picked that up earlier today. So how's things? How you all doing out there? Yes, size doesn't matter. It's funny. That's funny. Size does matter. If you got to carry around things that weigh 40 pounds, it gets to be old very quickly. Just trying to clean off something here on my book. It won't come off. So, how we all doing out there? All right, we actually made it. Were you not? Didn't you think you were going to make it? Was there a doubt? Was there a doubt in your mind you make it tonight? Is that scratched? Gee, many crickets. I can't see that very well. Looks like it's scratched now. Not really. It's just being difficult. There we go. All right, cool. This glue on here won't come off of this book. I noticed it was on there before. I just noticed it tonight. Anyway. So you're probably wondering what it is I'm scratching here. Well, this is a collection of founding documents, important documents in the history of the United States. And given the dearth of understanding of history and civics in this country, I thought it'd be a nice thing to keep around here. So there you go. U.S. Constitution, other writings. Yep. Let's see what else. Weight does matter. That's true. So some of the things you'll find in this book, the Mayflower Compact from 1620, silence, do good letters, an edict by the King of Prussia, rules by which an empire may be reduced to one, give me liberty, give me death, Declaration of Independence, the Articles of Confederation and Perpetual Union, the Treaty of Paris, the Virginia Plan, the Northwest Ordinance, the Constitution of the United States, the Federalist Papers, George Washington's inaugural address, United States Bill of Rights, Thomas Jefferson's inaugural address, Louisiana Purchase, Star-Spangled Banner, Monroe Doctrine on Indian removal, George Harkins to the American people, Rules and Regulations of the Knickerbocker Baseball Club, 1845, Sojourner Truth, Ain't I a Woman speech, Frederick Douglass speech on the Dred Scott decision, A House Divided, the Dawes Act, Abraham Lincoln's inauguration, the Gettysburg Address, the Homestead Act, 16th Amendment of the Constitution, Wilson's 14 Points, Civil Rights Act, JFK's inaugural address, Dwight Eisenhower's farewell, Bill Clinton, Don't Ask, Don't Tell, policy. List goes on and on. We hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men are created equal, that they are endowed by their Creator with certain unalienable rights, that among these are life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. These words, the rationale for the creation of the United States, as expressed in the Declaration of Independence, did not spring forth fully formed from the mind of Thomas Jefferson. Jefferson borrowed the words life, liberty, and property from the 17th century English philosopher John Locke, but replaced property with the more general phrase, the pursuit of happiness. However, happiness, as anyone who has read the Greek philosopher Aristotle knows, and Jefferson did indeed read his Aristotle, is impossible without property. So the two ideas are really one and the same. Seen in this light, the pursuit of happiness, an idea used to defend everything from civil rights to same-sex marriage, can mean to own and enjoy property. This short example illustrates an important fact. This is a book of historical documents, but historical documents of a special nature. Some of the documents in this book, such as presidential addresses, speeches, and letters, point out the road forward. Others, such as constitutional amendments, carry this vision into law. What they all have in common are two things. They are foundational to our ideas of freedom, and because they are also the product of particular places, times, and understandings, they require interpretation. Exactly how their meaning should be read is an ongoing debate in our society today. Some interpreters, called originalists, insist the Constitution should be construed according to the original intent of the founders, the framers, while others, I would be an originalist. Non-originalist meant it is a living document that can and should be interpreted according to the times we live in now. Wrong. The American experiment has evolved since our country's founding. Our nation has changed a great deal from the days in which voting was limited to property free white men, and enslaved African Americans were considered 3/5 of a human being for purposes of representation, to a country in which women and African Americans are viable candidates for the highest office of the land. Put another way, we are as far removed from the year of American independence as the founding fathers were from the world of Martin Luther and Copernicus. Just as the founding fathers did not believe in one church for all people headed by a pope in Rome, or hold to a model of the universe where the sun goes around the earth, so too has our idea of liberty expanded over almost 250 years of history to include ideas that would have been unthinkable to the framers of the Constitution. This book allows you to read the founding documents for yourself and see how the concept of liberty has expanded over time. After all, one of the great ideals of American democracy is that ordinary people can read and interpret the foundational documents for themselves. By understanding our country's past, we can help shape its future, but first we must be well informed of the context of those documents. Agreed, 100%. All nations have a history, but what is little appreciated is that history of the United States, like the country itself, was deliberately created. America, the first new nation in the words of political sociologist Seymour Martin Lipset, was settled by immigrants who came from overseas. In the 19th century, as now, there was a great deal of anxiety about who exactly was an American, and whether successive waves of newcomers would change the nature of the United States. One solution, thought up by more progressive minds, was the creation of free public schools, which would teach a curriculum that gave a certain perspective on Americanism and act as a stove for the melting pot in which different immigrant groups could meld into one society. The mythologizing of the Founding Fathers, together with just so stories such as George Washington and the Cherry Tree, were thus deliberate attempts at myth-making. Early writers wrote useful histories that mythologized the era of America's founding. As time went on, ideas grew broader and more critical. Here are some more influential figures in the process. Noah Webster tried to give a unique and standard form to American English with his dictionary. The educator Horace Mann helped create a secular educational system that taught American history as a means of instilling patriotism. In his influential histories, George Bancroft wrote of the 4 Ps: Providence, Progress, Patria, and Pan-Democracy in U.S. history. To him, America was a divinely ordained exceptional society. Henry Wadsworth Longfellow made American figures such as Hiawatha and Paul Revere into the subjects of epic verse. John Dewey continued man's public education project, but also helped spread more progressive critiques of the history of the United States, such as those of the Columbia historian Charles Beard. Charles Beard incorporated an economic perspective of the study of American history as a spur towards social reform. And Howard Zinn wrote A People's History of the United States, which concentrated not on great men, but on social movements and criticized the misdeeds of those in power. Howard Zinn was a scumbag. The fact that this book includes him as an influential member leads me to have a little bit of concern about where we go with this. Anyway, this is the introduction here. Talks about originalism, non-originalism, turning points in American history. Ken Mondschein, PhD, Northampton, Massachusetts, 2017. So I'm going to read just the first of these critical documents. This is the Mayflower Compact. The travelers from the United Kingdom who came to America on the Mayflower formed a compact, and this is what it was. The Mayflower Compact was the governing charter of the English colony at Plymouth in Massachusetts. John Carver, who helped organize the Mayflower voyage and became the colony's first governor, likely wrote the compact, and it was signed by the colony's 41 free adult men. In the name of God, amen. We, whose names are underwritten, the loyal subjects of our dread sovereign Lord, King James, by the grace of God, of Great Britain, France, and Ireland, King, Defender of the Faith, etc., have undertaken for the glory of God and advancement of the Christian faith and the honor of our King and country a voyage to plant the first colony in the northern parts of Virginia. Do, by these presents, solemnly and mutually in the presence of God and one another, covenant and combine ourselves together into a civil body politic for our better ordering and preservation and furtherance of the ends aforesaid. And by virtue hereof do enact, constitute, and frame such just and equal laws, ordinances, acts, constitutions, and offices from time to time as shall be thought most meet and convenient for the general good of the colony, unto which we promise all due submission and obedience. In witness thereof, we have hereunto subscribed our names at Cape Cod, the 11th of November, in the reign of our sovereign Lord, King James of England, France, and Ireland, the 18th, and of Scotland, the 54th anno Domini 1620. The Mayflower Compact, one of the original founding documents to get this thing going, get it all rolling. The occupants of the Mayflower, including my ancestors, the Brewsters. Yep. Let me say hello to everybody in the chat tonight and see what's going on over here. So, Rebellious Ruth. Oh my goodness, Rebellious Ruth is alive. I sent out a search party. They couldn't find her. We even sent Bugger Off Bunny. You know, Bob, the Bugger Off Bunny, went looking for Ruth, and he was told to bugger off. And so he came home, and we didn't find Ruth. I was so concerned about her. Ruth, I've been busy defending the Jewish faith. Just sharing that. Anyway, Anti-Floyd, welcome to you. Holden Caulfield, Steve Gravenstein, Kathy Price, Angelique, Alex is in Ohio. Cherry, Jeremy is in Indonesia. Amanda Larson, Fred Baranga, CB, Gina Mulban out in the Mountain States. AJ Quinn, Elmarie Mayer, Rena Osthuizen, Jan Kotze, David Wilson, Colleen, Henny Pretorius, Cherry. Who else we got there? Phoenix, Brian Lawrenson, Karen Long, Denise Bellingham, Inkwell Odyssey, Idaho Garden Girl. Gee, I wonder where Idaho Garden Girl's at. Maybe in Utah? No. Ronald Osthuizen out in the Mountain States there. And Fonz, Fonz, what's up? Bob Newhart, yes. Da, 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 da. The Bob Newhart Show, loved it. All right, Courtney is out from the Mountain States as well. The great state of Utah, the Beehive State. Heard that Mandela was died in prison, replaced by a clone. Not true. Okay, Arnold Neveling. Who else we got there? Maze is back. Hey, Maze. I'm behind on email. I know that you guys are asking about that, but I'm busy since we last spoke. Very, very busy. Did an MRI. That was a creepy experience. I'll tell you about. I understand why people who are claustrophobic would get claustrophobic. There's not much space in that damn thing. I'm not a big fellow, and when they have my arms up my chest like this, and when they put me inside, my elbows were pushed in because it was so tight. Yep. And it goes back and forth and makes all these loud noises. Even the crickets scare the bejesus out of you. Courtney McBride, I'm also a descendant of... Oh, really? Are you serious, Courtney? We're cousins. Distant cousins. But wow, that's amazing. Well, I'm not 100% certain of the Brewster link. My father got that through his research, and I've never had a chance to really fully, vet that as far as I'm concerned. But my father did come up there, and he was a pretty smart researcher. So, Carlos Freda, what's going on? Peter Talliard. Dogzilla in from saying hello to all the car guards from Seattle. Is it raining out there? What else? Petros van der Linden, Ronel, excuse me. Arctic Gordon van Rensburg, Jeremy Gesig is here. Vanessa Blossom, hello Vanessa. And blood cup size absolutely matters. Right size means you can save a ton of money by avoiding monster trucks. True. Rena Watt, Freya Dutoy, Karen Graham, I hope I don't miss anybody. Holden Caulfield, Foundation of the United States, the Declaration of Independence, which is timeless. Yes, that's the Foundation of the United States, but the origin of these United States dates back to the Plymouth colony. Yep, and the Jamestown colony, Virginia, which my 17th grade uncle was the first royal governor of Jamestown colony, Virginia. Also played a major role in the founding of New York. New Amsterdam, of course, it was at the time. So my Dutch ancestors founded New Amsterdam, my English ancestors founded Plymouth, and my English ancestors founded Jamestown. And I had ancestors who didn't found Maryland, but came shortly thereafter. It's the same with Pennsylvania. Must now refer to me as doctor because seen through handing out doctorates of smarties. Okay, all right. Debaram is here. Welcome, Debaram. And who else have I missed here? Ingrid's Inspirations. Almost missed Ingrid Maddie. Dory Smith. Was the Mayflower part of the... No, the Mayflower was not part of the Dutch East India Company, no. 787 Dreamliner, welcome to you. Michael Byrne, hello. Yeah, okay, compared to Bigfoot. Please. I'm talking about people who are massively obese. Green Glass from Jamestown. Really, Holden? That's interesting. I don't. All right. Good morning, T42 Rose. Big is not the same as tall. That's a big difference. Tall is very different. Right. Anyway, folks, so how you all doing out there? Pretty cool book, huh? I mean, this has got a lot of great documents in it. I thought you might find it interesting. I like the gold leaf that's on the pages. That's very lovely. Well, thank you, Courtney. Peregrine White. I don't believe I'm a descendant of Peregrine White. I could be mistaken. But yeah, American flag. I don't know that was necessary. That's a bit of overkill putting the flag on here. Otherwise, this book was pretty nice. And they've got the original 13 stars back here. Anyway, nice stuff. So I thought I'd share that with you. Those things are important. It matters. Where you come from matters, folks. It is important, and people need to know where you come from. If you don't know where you come from, then they lose sight of that. Atholton High School in Howard County. Really, Drunken Yoda. Drunken Yoda, where have you been, man? I haven't seen you in donkey years. I was beginning a little bit concerned about you. I thought you'd have bailed on us. Glad to see you're back there. Nice to see you there with us. Just trying to find something here very quickly, folks. Something is missing. I need desperately. We need some money for the club, and I need to find a place where I might be able to get some short term. Nope. Nope, not here. So that's a shame. Got all the other cards from local stuff that I'm looking for, but I'm not finding this one. Anyway, Varoshka's here. Drunken Yoda. I'm really glad to see you, Drunken Yoda. It's been a while, man. I hope you're well. I really hope you're well. Anyway, these cards go back quite a ways here, so I'm not finding the one I'm looking for, unfortunately. Finding a bunch from South Africa. Oh, look at that, CBS News. Anyway, maybe it's here somewhere. I'll look for it later on, but I thought it'd be right there on the top. Anyway, so if you're as wide as you're tall, then you're for sure big. I'm not as wide as I am tall. Give me a break. 70, 80 of the good years is probably 4 empty cases of Starbucks in your backyard. Would like to argue I'm not big statement. Oh, Arctic, you're looking for a timeout, aren't you? There's no empty cases of Starbucks in my backyard. I recycle. Nice try. Utopia, how's it going? My problem has recurred, but then I haven't rebooted my computer since the last time it happened. So hopefully that problem is over. I pray it's over. Logging back into hundreds of websites is a pain in the butt. It really is. All of them are different passwords, and it's just such a pain in the butt. So hopefully that problem is gone for a while. I hope that's a problem. Yeah. Cindy, how you doing out there? Okay. Well, 116 people here, and it is a 5:25 in South Africa. Hey, folks, the November Test International start again this weekend. South Africa takes on Japan at Wembley, if I'm not mistaken. I'll be covering that game and possibly also be covering the Namibia game before that. You don't think I can time out mods? Really? Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, I can put you in a timeout. I can put you in a timeout. Oh, okay, sorry, Bloco, I thought I did. 2 reasons. Number one, so sometimes I get animated in a conversation, and if it's in a glass, I knock it over and I ruin my desk and spill it everywhere. This I can close, and if I do happen to knock it over, it won't spill. That's number one. Number two, I can put the lid back on. I don't drink all these. See, that's the thing. Artie thinks I drink all these completely. Probably about half of them I only finish partially, and I put in a refrigerator, and I drink it later on. So, no, it's a fair question. So, because I have the lid on, I can put it back in the fridge. I pour it in a glass, and sits in the fridge open. So, yeah. Yeah, so there you go. So that answers that. Oh, you can't time out another mod, but I can. Moderators can't time out moderators because I control moderators, but that's why I can time them out. No, it's not health. But yeah, I suppose. But I don't leave the stuff sitting around long enough that it would pick up bugs or germs or anything like that. No, it's not that. It's not that. But yeah, that's also a good reason to do it. But no, the reason I do it is because I don't want it to spill. Look, I mean, I get carried away. I broke my other microphone because I knocked it over too many times. Yeah, so anyway, yeah. So, no, it's a good question. I'm glad you asked it. Happy to answer it. As I said before, I try to answer every question as best I can. But, that's what narcissists do, apparently. I'm still getting a kick out of that. I mean, what was in that guy's cornflakes? He's not here tonight, or he's being very quiet, but I gave him a timeout for 24 hours because he was being an ass, being disrespectful and rude. And I correct what I said. It was Chief Wolf who claimed that he paid that Geo 1984 paid thousands of rand. He paid some rand, but he didn't pay thousands. Protest denied. Formal protest denied. I missed the Big Bang Theory, but it was time for it to end. It was the right time. Yeah, you're married to one for 10 years. No, I'm not. I know, but it's just comical to hear people say that, Boom would get you the microphone off the table. I tried that. Holden Caulfield, I had a boom. It doesn't work very well. The microphone gets in my way. It's up here. Now, I have the monitor. The way the room is set up, I have a second screen over here, and putting the boom over here doesn't work because then I can't see the screen. So I had it on this side, and I just don't like it over here. It didn't work very well. The cable must run under the table. The computer's on that side of the floor. It just, I don't like the boom. I'm not in a radio studio, and so I don't care for the boom. Yeah. I prefer this one. Much better. So anyway. And now I used to have it higher. I used to keep it all the way up here. People would see it. Now it's down here. So Sumeri's late to the party. You're not too late, Sumeri. It's only been a half hour. Yeah, no, I have a boom. I just don't like it. I have a boom boom. Did you go boom boom? No, I didn't go boom boom. If you go into the potty. A potty, sweet, it's innocent. Oh my goodness. Boom worked fine. It was just in the way of the majestic lockdown hobo beard. No, the boom didn't work fine. I didn't like it. And the sound was messed up. I mean, we had trouble with the sound. It wasn't nearly as good a quality as doing it this way. No matter what setting I put it on, in the cardioid microphone, no matter which setting I put on, 360, one angle, sideways, it just didn't work right. Just didn't work right. I didn't like it. So, Samsung G9 wide monitor, 49 super wide. Samsung G9 wide monitor. Okay. Let me go check that out very quickly. And how much does that cost? So I wasn't there. It's showing me desk. Was somebody in my account? I wasn't there. No, this is me. Ooh, an espresso machine. I just want a cappuccino machine. That's all I want. Samsung G9 wide. Ultra wide G9. Okay. Yeah, that's $1,000, man. 49 inches, 1,000. Man, that is a seriously wide screen. Gee, many crickets. Good Lord. It would definitely fit on this table, but I have to move my my lights. $1,000. Goodness gracious. Wow. Samsung 49-inch Odyssey G9 series, 1000R curved gaming monitor, 240 hertz, 1 millisecond, display HDR 1000, AMD FreeSync Premium Pro iSaver mode, auto source, Switch Plus from 2024. That's a massive display, man. What's the resolution on this? Like a billion 5,120 by 1,440 pixels. Damn, that's a screen, man. Woo, baby, that's a screen. By the way, folks, if you want to sign up for the petition in our name, as opposed to the Cockprot 24 propaganda from the 44 elite Afrikaners, you can do that, and all you have to do is go check it out. The number is up to 4,301 people already. In our name, thank you, President Trump. If one of the mods could post that link, if not, I've got it. This was started by none other than Ronaldo Khus, which saved me the trouble doing it. It makes more sense for South Africa to do it. Excuse me. Rather than America doing it. So, anyway, but it's there. If you want to go sign it, I feel encouraged to do that. Go do that. That's the link for the petition. See how many we can get up to. Also, if you haven't subscribed to the Truth channel, please go do that. Time is running out to get Rob Hersoff to pick up the cost of my plane ticket on my next trip to South Africa. Well, that's pretty cool, Blood Culprit. That's great for gamers who stream. And I sit back further. I'm already sitting back over a meter from the screen. I mean, my screen, see my entire arm? I can't, that's not even reaching the screen. Still got, now I got, so, I mean, I'm well over a meter from the screen now. You seem to be well organized and comfortable as you spend a lot of time talking to us crazy people. Kathy, I do. I do spend a lot of time talking to crazy people, not just you guys. Pennsylvanians as well. A lot of crazy people out here. Thailand Boom Boom has nothing to do with the potty. I know. Just watch the lady boys. Just watch the lady boys. Business class. Oh, I would kill it in business class. That little pod, I could lay down and sleep and enjoy my flight. Man, it would be heaven. Heaven on earth. I've sat in a pod once when I was sick. They moved me up there because there was an empty one because they didn't want me disturbing the other passengers. And that was so nice. So nice. Yep, those pods are nice. That would be so nice. Hey, Sedgefield's here. What's going on in the garden route? Protest denied. Formal protest denied. Oh, you got an email saying you haven't completed signing it? That's crazy. I don't know. I didn't sign it. Rob asked me to sign it, but I'm not a South African, so it didn't seem right. Okay, so we need 1,400 more, eh, Sean? All right, well, let's get it going, folks. I mean, there's not many of you here, but those who are here, if you haven't signed it already, let me get to the truth report. Okay, 100,000 would be so cool. Okay. 98,600. Oof, yep, 1,400 is all we need. I've got to record a video tomorrow for the truth report, so. In the pod, you hate when the flight's over. Ice cream sundae, sir. I've been in business class twice. I was on a KLM flight, upgrade to business class one time. So cool. They gave me a little ceramic Dutch house. That was awesome. And still have it. And then I was also in business class on a 747 on the top floor. It was nice. It's pretty wild. I was, I'll talk to you about the petition in a moment, Bitcoin boat. Welcome back. So I was in St. Louis flying to UK on a military airlift command flight. And I was out in the waiting room. They came out and said, Lieutenant Wyatt, I was a second lieutenant, just finished my officer basic course at Fort Huachuca, the intelligence school, headed to Germany to the 3rd Battalion, 8th Cavalry, 2nd Brigade, 3rd Armor Division in Gelnhausen. And it wasn't Molesworth. Where was that airfield went to? But it was one of the well-known ones anyway. So they said, Lieutenant White, I said, yes, sir, we'd like to board you now. I said, is there a problem? No, you're the senior occupant on the aircraft, and so you board first. I'm like, okay. So I came on. I said, where do I sit? Because there were no assigned seats. He said, wherever you want. Can I go upstairs? Sure, sir. So I went upstairs and I sat in the first row so I could stretch my legs out. Oh my gosh, the 747 at the top floor. It was amazing. Flew to Philadelphia and we picked up more people in Philadelphia, and some recruit checked in for the flight and then left the airport, didn't want to go overseas. So he went AWOL. Technically, it's not AWOL, absent without leave. It's failure to repair, which means you don't show up. You have to have a certain period of time before you're considered AWOL. Anyway, so they unloaded all the bags from the plane until they found his bag. So almost every bag got unloaded, and then they got loaded back up. So I was delayed, and then finally flew into the United Kingdom, got to the United Kingdom. We were starving, we were hungry, we were thirsty, and they wouldn't let us leave the terminal. It was a military airfield. It was on a military base. Because of immigration, we couldn't go out of one room. We were trapped there for hours before we could finally get new pilots, because now they were over their flight. They weren't allowed to fly anymore, so I had to get new pilots to fly us from there on to Germany, to Rhine-Main. It was crazy. Arctic has 2 of those. Yeah, they do. They had some liquid inside, and they do smell nice. KLM. I like KLM. Zeppelin's come back. I've flown on a Zeppelin, Bloodcup. Yeah, exactly. Zeppelins are back. They've been back for decades. They fly them in Germany. You didn't know that? Oh, my brother. Yes. Hang on a second. I'm going to find a picture of the Zeppelin. I thought I showed him on this program once upon a time. I want photos. I'm sure I have them stored online somewhere. I want to switch this to that one. Okay. And let me see if Zeppelin works. ZEP. Friedrichshafen, Dornier Zeppelin. Yeah. April 2015. Yep. Cool beans. So I'll show you some pictures from there. Hang on. It was pretty cool. Yeah, I did it just to say I did it. So I went to the Dornier Museum first. That was pretty cool. And the Dornier Museum, which is down there on the lake, is pretty cool. And then here is the Zeppelin. And this is the one I wound up flying in. So here you go. Check it out. That's the cabin. I was in there. Those people. That's from looking out, taking off, leaving the airfield. There's that Zeppelin sign right there. Yes, Bitcoin is petition about News 24 being propaganda tool of the ANC. Look at that. There's the airfield flying away. The lake is off in the distance on the horizon. That's Friedrichshafen. You see the ferry boats coming into the Friedrichshafen. There's the airfield behind us. Cockpit. That's a cool shot there. I took that looking out the back of the Zeppelin. It was an amazing look. It was also a little pricey. But I figured, when will I ever do this again? So I did it. Pretty cool, huh? And imagine if I had a good camera now. I didn't have a great camera then. Oh, the ride was incredible. Quiet, beautiful. You can see all over. There's the airfield. Some of them I took intentionally so you could see the cabin looking out and the propellers. Hey, that's me. Look at all that brown hair. By the way, that's Switzerland. You see the other shore? That's Switzerland. Other side of the lake. Yeah, look at the shadow of the Zeppelin on the lake. It's pretty cool, huh? Why would a Zeppelin be expensive? Because it takes a lot of money to maintain these things. I don't know. I want to say it was like $100 for a 15-minute ride, but I think I took a half-hour ride for like $160, if I remember correctly. There's a cockpit. There's the shadow again, and again, and again on the trees. It's pretty cool, huh? And we're headed back. Took a lot of pictures. There's a castle there, church, castle, palace, marina. It was really awesome. Look at that view, man, right over the center of town. That's even better there. That was a good shot there. Look how shallow the lake is there. We can see all the sand and the ripples just under the shallow basis of the lake, and then it drops off. Got the window open there. And here we are coming back to the airfield. Almost like a movie. About to land. There you go. Look at that. It's cool, isn't it? Zeppelin, the leather headrest. I got a little model Zeppelin. I bought one when I was there. It's pretty cool. Next group of people waiting to get in. There you go. And look at that. Look how small that looks. That's where you saw all of us sitting in there. It looks small there, doesn't it? So cool. And they're taking off for the next mission. Look at that. Look how big it is compared to the cabin. Man. Pretty cool, huh? So, yeah, Zeppelin's out there, man. And not Led Zeppelin, but Zeppelins. That was pretty cool. That was 2015 I did that. April 2015. Oh, it's really cool, Ingrid. No, it was easy landing, Maze. They navigate with the propellers, and they also got ailerons in the back. It's pretty cool. Yeah. Oshkosh Air Show was great. Yeah, no, it wasn't bumpy at all. Yeah, Bitcoin Boat, it's all about that, the petition, which I think I pinned, is about News 24's cockprot. And I've talked about that already. I made a video about that. I'll probably make some more about it. So it's just shameful. You guys want to see the photos from the Dornier Museum? Anybody want to see that? Tell me if you want to see that. If you want to see it, I'll put those up too. I'm very grateful. And, well, I mean, you make your own luck. You make your own experiences. But I never waited for life to come to me. I've gone to life. I'm not one of those crazy people who, jumps off of bridges, with parachutes, but I've never waited for life. You go do it because you never know when you're going to do it again. Yep. So I did this. I had a weekend and I went down there and I said, I'll do it now. And who knows if I'll ever do it. And so I did it. So, yep, no regrets. All right, so here we go. Okay, now this is a museum. Yeah, it kind of ruined the whole, but these aren't the same. Okay, so here you go. So this is at the Dornier Museum. That's a Dornier DO 31 Echo 1. That's pretty wild. Look at all those flags down there on the lake. Germany, EU, Switzerland, Austria. I don't know what the other two are. Maybe one's for the state there. But look at the snow. In the mountains in the background, you can see they're snow-capped. This is April. Snow still in the Alps. There's a tower, by the way. So you wonder why it looks like I'm elevated. There's a tower. You can see the snow. I went up the tower, something I wouldn't be able to do now because my hip. And the ferry's coming in with the cars from Switzerland. There, it's going over to Switzerland. And I'm on this big tower up there that I climbed up. It's a church on the way there. It's pretty cool. Villages on the way. A wine estate. Airbus has a factory there in Friedrichshafen. Wine right in the town. And there is the Zeppelin. Königlich Bayerische Technische Hochschule zu München. Herrn Claude Dornier aus Kempten. Diplom-Ingenieur. This is the Royal Bavarian Technical High School in Munich for Mr. Claude Dornier from Kempten, his degree in engineering. And Dornier is the founder of the Dornier Corporation. And this is inside the museum. Those are models of seaplanes. That one looks like the Spruce Goose. Some more models. They didn't come out too well. Now there you go, inside the museum. Again, I wish I had a better camera, but that's what I had at the time. It's a wild-looking plane there. Now, the one in the back there, in the center, is what you really think of when you think of a Dornier. That's a Huey over there, the helicopter. That right there, the TNT experimental, that's the frame I expect on the Dornier. That's the image I have of these things. Commercial ones, anyway. There's a military spy plane there, reconnaissance. Alpha Jet, yeah, Dornier made the Alpha Jets. They were trainers. Look at that, old Lufthansa bird. It's incredible. The Dassault Dornier Alpha Jet again. And that's across from the museum, the airfield where the Zeppelin hangar is. Here are the planes that are outside. That's just some model made out of parts, which is pretty cool, of the Zeppelin. There's the actual Zeppelin flying. All right, we've seen that already. Cool. Anyway, there you go. So, all right, those who want to help Charles out, a little bit more money came in. Not a lot. I think 500 Rand more came in. If you want to help Charles out, yeah, 500 more Rand came in for his insurance that isn't covered for his surgery. So he needs 80,000. Got 20,000 here. So if anybody's able to help him, let me put that up. Here's the link for it. If you want to help him, if you're able to, please go. Feel free to do that. Also, please subscribe to the Truth Channel. Get us to 100,000. It'd be suck if we got to 99,800 and we didn't make it. The United States still makes moccasins used during the airstrip days of World War I. Really? Okay, fascinating. Never seen airplanes like that. Oh, no, Ingrid has some pretty cool ones. The museum in Munich, I've also been there. That's pretty cool. People always say, when I retire, I will do this and I'll do that, not realize that when they retire, it may be too late. Exactly, Kathy. I realized as a young man. In fact, people told me, they said, I'll do that when I retire. I'm like, man, you're not going to be able to climb Mount Kilimanjaro and retire. I'm in my 20s. I can do anything. I'm in my 30s. I'm in my 40s. I can do anything. And I did do anything. Yeah, anything I want to do, within reason. Yep, single prop Bonanza from Lancero to Paradise Island, Santa Carolina. Russell Moccasin, okay. Let me go back there to that. Where's it at? Oh, it's in the same window here. No, did I close it? I didn't close that, did I? No, here we go. So I want to go to Munich. Munich and German Museum. Some cool pictures here. Oh, there's Messerschmitt ME262 they've got in here. It's really cool. Yeah, and not a lot of photos here I didn't take, but this is a cool museum. I'll show you that. So here's Munich. This is also in 2015. So for those of you who've never been to München, here you go. It's not the best of cameras. So that's in the center of town. Like I said, not the best pictures. There's a Glockenspiel. Oh, and there's the Frauenkirche. You see the Frauenkirche behind that? The two towers look like nipples on breasts. That's why it's called the Frauenkirche. Women's church. People gather out here to watch the clocks come out and dance. It's pretty cool. It's a city hall. Or Rathaus. And you can see the pictures aren't very clear. I didn't have a great camera. Oh, that one's really fuzzy, unfortunately. Same there. Same there. I don't know what I was doing here, taking a picture there. Oompa bands. That is in the Hofbräu house. That's where the band was. You see the HB back there, Hofbräu? Yeah. There's Augustiner. That's their beer hall. Augustiner Bräu München. Gegründet 1328. 1328. Wow. That is a long time. And there's the Rathaus at night. I don't know what I was doing there. Camera's crooked. Okay, now I'm at the Deutsches Museum. Wissen vom anderen Stern. Intelligence from other stars. So there it is on the outside. That's kind of cool. I don't know what's going on here. Just a useless picture. Okay, that's inside the museum. See hot air balloons up in the ceiling. Check out that engine from Munn. That's incredible. That's a massive engine. Look at that. Again, not the clearest of pictures. That's a Comet. That's an ME-163 Comet. Pretty rare plane. Developed late 44. There's a V-2 rocket. Or V-1. Yeah. They use those to bomb London. There's the ME-262. Man, oh man, oh man. Very weak landing gear. They would collapse and cause pilots to flip over and die. You had to be very careful how you landed. That's the inside of a fuselage. And that's, you can see that's what the inside of a plane looks like. See the cargo below? And then the passengers above. There you go. That's awesome. 262. Oh, Junkers. Yep. That's a famous one from World War II, that style. Oh, that didn't come out very well. It's also Junkers there. Messerschmitt ME-109. Solaire 1. That's a solar-powered plane. Look at that, man. You're going to fly in that? That's crazy. Wright brothers. Red Baron replica. Ships. Rumpler Berlin. Man, that's a crazy thing to fly in there. Pianos. I don't know why they have pianos in there. Musical instruments. Telescopes. Anyway, there you go. So that was, they were constructing that in 1914 at the outbreak of the First World War. That's where the museum was. Right there, 1914, that museum was being built. That's the First World War started. Anyway, that's the German Museum in Munich. Wow, that is awesome. Yeah, it's pretty cool, huh? Yeah, Munich's great. Was there in 2015. Don't want to go now. Well, that was when I was there, Petrus, 2015. That's when that was. And that's, I think, the last time I was in Munich, honestly, 2015, perhaps. Berlin Museum is also nice, yeah. Veroshka's off to work. Have a good day, Veroshka. Be safe out there. Okay. Corcoran boots are still made in the USA. Yes, they are. Used to buy them all the time, but they're not my favorite boots. But they were the ones we always had to get, you know, because he looks sharp in them. So, flying boats at the Val Dam, I could see the infrastructure for them when the boat was so low, and Durban had flying boats landing in Durban Bay. Okay, didn't know that. When I retire, I want to stay home, tired of traveling the world for work. Yeah, I hear you. Yep, so comet was a dangerous thing. Oh, yeah, cracks along the windows, and then the plane disintegrated. Yep. Yeah, that was a dangerous plane. They lost a lot of important pilots in that nonsense. Crazy stuff. Crazy stuff. Yeah. Yeah, shame. Shame, shame, shame. Yep. It's, let me go back here, see if I can find something interesting here. Maybe I can find something else interesting here for you guys to take a look at. Let me see. Oh, yeah, I think I've shown those before. Well, here's Berlin. I'll show you Berlin. Okay. Let me see. How far do I want to go back here? Okay, let me show you Berlin. I was in Berlin for a weekend in 2005, and this is it here. Oops, that's a video. Why's that like that? Okay, here we go. So this is 2005. Bundestag verurteilten den Genozid an den Armenien in der Türkei. Now that's about the Armenian genocide. Protesting. There you go. That's the Gedächtniskirche, the memorial church. There's a Daimler-Benz building with the Mercedes symbol in the background. There you go. That church was never rebuilt after the war. It was bombed and left like that. Tulips. Love tulips. It's in Berlin. Beautiful. There's the Brandenburger Tor. Indeed. The Brandenburger Tor. Almost totally obliterated, but rebuilt. Yep. Berlin. There's a balloon you can do. It goes up. I did that as well. All for only 30. Is that 30 Pfennig? 30 cents. That's, yep. Berlin. It's cloudy that day. There's the television tower. Can't see, that's inside church. The Reichstag. Inside the Reichstag. This was a weird thing walking around that. You get up the top, you can look around. See, that's what you walk. You go up those ramps inside the Reichstag. That is in 2006. That's a cool photo right there. I like that one. You see the reflection of the people in the center. There it is from the outside. Looking out over the city. There's the balloon. I went up in that. And there I am, up in the balloon. There you go. You can look at it looking down from the mooring point. There you go. Now you can see the Reichstag there. And the River Spee behind it. And the stupid Soviet War Memorial, which is built in Germany. It's stupid. And there's a memorial for those who died in the war. Pretty cool view of Berlin from up there. I don't know what happened to that picture. There you go. There's the park in the center of town there. Go back there. You have the Brandenburger Tor, and right next to it's like this white building. You can see there in the center of the picture where the road curves. The white building is the American Embassy. Yep, that's the American Embassy right there at the Brandenburger Tor, right in the heart of Berlin. There's the Reichstag. Soviet tank memorialized the Soviets who murdered all the Germans. There's the Soviet War Memorial. And the Brandenburger Tor. Those who died trying to cross from East Berlin to the west. Den unbekannten Opfern an der Mauer, unknown victims at the wall. Marietta Jaroski, 1980. Yeah, so there's the River Spree, separated East and West Berlin. See the crosses for the victims who died. Dem deutschen Volk. German people. That's our Schloss, our palace. Hier entsteht das nationale Holocaust-Denkmal für die im nationalsozialistischen Besatz in Europa ermordeten Sinti und Roma. This is a memorial for the victims who were murdered from the Sinti and Roma peoples, the Gypsies and others, under the National Socialist regime that occupied Europe. Lots of tulips. And that's the car I rented for €5 per day. I rented that smart car for €5 a day. How cool is that? I'm glad I took a picture of it. It's 19 years ago. Meiningen, okay. I know Memmingen, I know Meiningen. Germany's beautiful. I was in Stuttgart in 2006. I was in Stuttgart 2010 to 2012. Or 2011, 2013, excuse me. Same time, I see the church, just World War II, must be eerie. Yep. Was it a roller skate? No, it's a smart car, man. It was almost no petrol. I drove it all over Berlin. Easy to park. It's so tiny that I couldn't park it right. I wasn't accustomed to something so small. But I mean, it's kind of cool to get around the urban. You know, the smart cars are kind of cool for that. I've been spoiled by all that, Del Marie. Well, I spent my money wisely, and I used my smart sense, yeah. Yeah, I fit in a smart car comfortably, Kathy. They designed them well. Daimler-Benz designed them. Mercedes-Benz and the Smart Car Corporation. Yeah, they're very smart. I mean, there's plenty of leg rhythm in them, and it was space. Yeah, it was very, very, very efficient use of space. I like the smart car. It's a shame they didn't catch on. The problem here is they aren't safe. They can't build enough safety features and make them safe for the U.S., I don't think. They tried to bring them over here, I think, at one point, but yep. Yeah, no, it was pretty cool. That was awesome. That smart car was really something else. I'll never forget that. Anyway, yeah, no. So that was. Am I tired of traveling? No. Not at all. So here is Estonia. We'll start in Tallinn. This is 2006 as well. That's Tallinn, Estonia. German names, Alpenrose, because of the German influence there. But this isn't Germany. This is built by medieval Germans. But it's Tallinn, Estonia. Well, that place needs to be saved. All this stuff was built by Germans centuries ago. Much of Eastern Europe. Google makes videos out of your stuff, so that's what that was. I'm trying to make noise there. Now this is Latvia. Yeah, that's Riga. (1334) that was built. Yep, that's Riga. This was all built by Germans back then. That's the Baltic, where people find amber. People find amber there. Oh, dear God. The biggest Holocaust happened on African continent: colonialism, slavery, apartheid, erasing of African history. Oh, stop your bullshit. Bullshit. No African history stolen. We know the history. People too stupid to learn it. It's not our fault. You want to sit here and talk about Songhai, ancient Mali? You want to talk about that? The real Ghana, not the stolen name by Kwame Nkrumah, appropriating the name. You want to talk about the real history of Africa, Aksum? You want to talk about that? Some of us actually know African history isn't stolen. People just too stupid to learn it. That's all. Slavery. Shut up. You know, the Bantu peoples enslaved and conquered down the entire Rift Valley, displacing the Pygmies, displacing the Khoi, displacing the San. That's what you're talking about. Holocaust. Not a Holocaust. Good God. The only people wiped out were the tribes amalgamated by the Zulu. They either obliterated them or they incorporated them and extinguished their existence. Names that no longer exist for tribes. You want to talk about a Holocaust? Talk about the Mfecane. 1 million dead. Who is this? Anyway, this is, stick your Holocaust up your rectum. I'm here talking about Latvia and Estonia. That's the Baltic coast. I went looking for amber. I couldn't find any. Yep. And that is in Latvia. Back to Estonia. I thought that was an interesting monument. Woo! Somebody got some big hooters. Quite an odd bronze monument. This is a cool castle on one of the islands on Saaremaa. Also built by Germans. Fortifications, defensive works. Die hier genannten Toten ruhen unter den Unbekannten, können jedoch keine genauen Grablager zugeordnet werden. Wow, here the unknown resting under the unknown, and they couldn't find a proper grave site. Jeez. Anyway, yeah, there's in the names of a lot of German soldiers who died here in Estonia. Die Namen dieser auf Saaremaa Gefallene wurden nachträglich aufgefunden. Hier ihre Gräber gingen verloren oder konnten keiner genauen Gräblinge zugeordnet werden. Wow. The names of these here who fell in battle on the island of Saaremaa were searched afterwards, and some were found. Some graves weren't found. Wow. Gerhard Ziemann, 13th of October 1915, died the 14th of October 1944. Heinrich Silk, Obergefreiter, born 1907, died 1944. Erich Zimmermann, Obergefreiter, born 1922, died 1944. Ann Zimmermann, private, born 1906, died 1944. So sad. Warfare is horrible. These are monuments that the German government established after the end of the Cold War for German dead and their allies who fought. Many of the graves couldn't be found. They just know they died there. Unbekannter deutscher Soldat, Eugen Liebfab, Unteroffizier, NCO, born 1913, died 1944. Karl Otto Weiss, Lieutenant, born 1916, died 1944, plus 2 unknown German soldiers in that grave. So sad. Politicians start wars and we pay the price. Here, Wilhelm Hermann and 3 unknown German soldiers. So horrible. Yep, there's my rental car there with frost on it. kind of dark there. That one didn't come out very well. There you go. I like that one with the moon in the corner side there. I think I took a good photo there. That one's good too, but the other one's better. You can see I was obviously in love with that castle. Actually, the red car was a rental car. I had a little tiny red car. This one here, not the silver one. The red car was a rental car I had. Yeah, this is what the island's like. You can see a boat out there. That was the Estonian Coast Guard, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, I like this, the Corsari. That was the Canadian who was annoying to all. Gosh, I want to dump him in the river. I gave him a free ride and he wanted to preach to me about George Bush. I'm like, shut up. You want a ride or not? I met him on the ferry and then offered him a ride around. I couldn't get him out of the car fast enough. He was so obnoxious. There I am. Different castle. And that's back to Tallinn. Orthodox Church. And there's the moon again. Such a cool little country, Estonia. Always been a big fan of it. The Forest Brothers. Okay, where are we at there? We used to get the ferry to South Pier. Okay, cool. Anyway, thought you guys might find that interesting, so. Spoke Afrikaans in German house, then life happened, got married, never really spoke German again. Oh, shame. You should speak German. It's a good language. And then I got Athens, Greece. That was we'll skip that for now. Then we're not going to cover that. Anybody else do anything for Charles? 19584. Come on, back a buddy. Nope, still there, stuck there. Okay, cool. Anyway, where are we at? Let's continue. Holocaust in DRC. Oh dear God. Oh, dude, you really need some oxygen, okay? Yeah, the West. What's the West, dipshit? Tell me what the West is, dipshit. Yeah, it's funny listening to these asinine bullshitters about Africa. The people pillaging the DRC are Africans, black Africans, Namibia, Rwanda, Zimbabwe, sending their armies in. Not to protect people, but to steal minerals for years. You know what you're talking about, man. Don't come to a gunfight with a butter knife. Don't come to an intellectual conversation with a third-grade education. You don't know what you're talking about. You're just talking out your ass, your talking points some racist bigot taught you about. Try to tell you history through their perspective of progressive bullshit. You don't know the facts. Stop your racism bigotry. Africa, the victim, bullshit. Stand up and be a man and take responsibility for your continent. Stop whining about other people. Bunch of bullshit. You don't know what the hell you're talking about. I've lived in Tunisia, Liberia, Botswana, Malawi, Niger, Mauritania, Uganda, Ethiopia. I've lived in majority Arab states where Berbers have been oppressed, when Christians have been obliterated. I've lived in majority Bantu states. I've lived in majority Neolithic states, and I've lived in... anyway, what's the point of arguing with these people? They're oxygen thieves. Here's your sign, buddy. There's always got to be some shitbird that comes along, ruins every good little thing. We're looking at photographs of Estonia, and this shitbird wants to talk about the DRC. You want to talk about the DRC? Come back when I'm talking about the DRC. Yeah, here you go. Yeah, exactly. I just don't have the patience for stupid people tonight. I'm happy to talk if a guy wants to talk, but he's just spewing racist bullshit. Yeah, wear a sign, man. Wear a sign.
Stupid people should wear signs, neon bright, so we can find a way to dodge their tanglement.
Get the message? Did you get the message? Oh, boy. If you missed it, here it is for you again, buddy. Learn to be an adult, and you can come back in 5 minutes. You've been put in timeouts. Can you even spell a word that makes sense? Was very appropriate, very well deserved too. And Bob came up and said hello. Where do these people come from? What rock do they crawl out from under? Tja, solche Leute, die sind ja verrückt im Kopf. Die kommen hier und die wollen ihren Rassismus ausbreiten und nach jedermann zu geben, ja, und das nicht, ich nenne sie das und was noch anderes. Ja, manche Leute sind ja verrückt. Was hat er denn eigentlich gegessen oder getrunken? Ist er vielleicht besoffen? Das ist auch ja möglich, dass er besoffen ist. Wenn Leute zu viel Chibuku trinken, ja, dann haben wir manche Probleme mit solchen Leuten wie der Mann da. Ja, es ist zu früh für die Trollen, ja. Da hat er recht, David Wilson, ja. Da haben sie recht, ja. Es ist ja zu früh oder für mich zu spät für die Trollen, ja. Tja, ja. Ja, Kathi, es ist kein Problem, also ich ärgere mich nicht, aber das ist ja, trotzdem finde ich das also etwas Böses, so spät, so früh. Yeah, Mage, you have a good point there. Ja, c'est vraiment, comme tu glauben, c'est Deutsch, Französisch. Ja, c'est incroyable quelqu'un qui dit quelque chose comme ça. Son nom de plume, c'est no underhand tactics. C'est vraiment bizarre parce que les lügner, betrügner, ça c'est encore un mélange entre le français et l'allemand. It's late at night. I'm mixing German and French words in a sentence where they fit. I was saying the words in German in the correct sentence structure in French. It is late. I'm tired. I'm searching for the words in French and I'm saying them in German. Then I'm searching for the words in French or German and I'm saying them in French. Oh my goodness. Yeah, well, it's funny because if someone speaks two languages, you'll see that I got it right. That's why I'm laughing at myself. I probably couldn't get that right if I tried again. Wow. There's too much up here, man. I need this 256 gigabyte thumb drive. Hang on a second. Let me pop this in here and download some of this data because my drive is overflowing here. It's 400 megabytes per second, so it'll take a moment to download it all. Okay. All right. Okay. I've got some free space here. Now let me just, defrag that hard drive. All right. So we got some storage space now. If you were a counsel, what course would you advise President Trump in dealing with American oil companies on commerce with terror organizations? I would sanction them if they dealt with terror organizations. They should not be doing that. Yes, I gave myself my stick, Max. I gave myself my stick. No, Maze, it's not that I'm tired. It's just late, I mean, just this long day. I'm not tired. I'm just... Ça, c'est vraiment incroyable parce que je veux parler en français, mais j'utilise les mots allemands. Donc, c'est vraiment bizarre. C'est impossible. Je ne peux pas. Oh my goodness. Oh, Mensch, Meier, was denn passiert ist? Deutsche Sätze mit französischen Wörtern. Ja, endlich sind wir zufrieden, die Französen, die Deutschen, ja, wir sprechen gleich dieselbe Sprache, Französisch und Deutsch. Das ist eine Mischung von die zwei Sprachen und ja. Oh my goodness. Well, thank you for no underhanded tactics. You made for a lighthearted moment. Exactly. Oh, but you know, Xavier, it must be a narcissistic laugh. I must be laughing at my narcissism. It's all about me, man. It's all about me. CB is out of here. Tot scenes. Okay. All right. Yes, Chris, I'm making a new language. Well, you know, I've been beat there by Amy Farrah Fowler. Nope. You're going to pop a gop drop. What? It's so funny when Amy Farrah Fowler makes up a language. I'm Dr. Sheldon Cooper, and this is Fun with Flags. Here we have the original 13-star flag from the American colonies. Fun with flags. True story. Did you know Liechtenstein and Haiti had the same flag until the 1936 Olympics? Oh my goodness. I spelled Abagop Pop. Abagop Pop. Abagop Pop. I need to put the Big Bang Theory on a deep Blu-ray tonight. Fall asleep tonight. Well, what do we do? How do we leave? I don't know, Sheldon. I've never reneged on a proffer of sperm before. What? Have you tried turning it off and turning it back on? No, don't do that. So what do you got there? Mechanical hand. Where's the rest of it? I only built hand. Oh, because that's all you needed. Winnie is out of the honey tree. I'm not touching another man's honey tree. Come on, Raj, what do you think? All I can think of is Hawaiian punch and cookies. Oh, gosh, that show is so funny. Oh, my goodness. Sometimes it makes English Afrikaans sound like French when I can't find the right words. Well, it's interesting, Karin, because I'm out of practice without any training. I used to be very good at reading the old German script, the medieval script. I could understand it, read it. I don't know why. It struck me. As long as the handwriting was clear, I got it. And a lot of people couldn't do it. They didn't understand. I didn't get any training. I was very good at it. I helped a lot of people with genealogy, but I'm a little rusty. And I know that because I was just in Salt Lake at the Family History Museum, and I was looking at some of it, and I think it was because it was bad handwriting, but I struggled a little bit. But the guy there was like really good. Once he started pointing out, I was like, aha, that's what that word is. That's what that word is. Yeah, no, Afrikaans is all over the place. And also some Khoisan words, also some words from Indonesian there too. Coitus. You're just coitusing me with me, right? No, there'll be no coitus tonight. Is this because you anticipate coitus? He needs to calm down. Howard Wallets. Oh, dear God. Howard almost perfected the Lisatronic 2000 until we met Bernadette. Oh, my goodness. What about Airports Company South Africa? What about it? How are things going, says Skulk Braids. It's going okay. Yolande Potgieter, thank you for your subscription. We don't get a lot of those these days, so grateful for everyone we get. Yeah, so I'm okay. Skulk, how are you doing, man? The Betsy Ross flag came much later. Yeah, it did. I didn't say it was a Betsy Ross flag. I didn't say that. Delmarie says, you're great at being tired. What did you give when you went for your MRI? Oh, they didn't give me anything. You sit there and take it. You don't take any. It's not a gallium scan. No, you just lie there and listen to this machine going. Yeah, scare the bejesus out of you, man. It's very, if you're claustrophobic, it's not for you. Again, Arctic, be quiet. I'm not a big guy. Big as in obese and large with a gut hanging out to here and big, massive arms twice my size. I'm not like that. Some people are big, especially at my height. And I don't know how they fit in there because I was fine. But then my arms are up here on my chest like this. I was holding my arms. And as I went in, the machine pushed my arms in. There wasn't much space there. I was enjoying your content advice. Well, thank you, Skulk. I don't see you in the chat very often. I don't recall seeing you there, so thank you for being here. I'm real live. Bernadette has at least a 3,000. It's waterproof. In real life, yeah. No, Chris. I mean, look, the thing is not to take yourself that seriously. Look, I mean, I do expect people to be respectful. I mean, that's only fair. I've certainly earned it in life. You know, it's the things I've done, the way I treat other people, how fair I am to other people. I think it's reasonable. But no, I don't take myself that seriously. No. I mean, look, I say it over and over again. We all came in this world the same way through, well, maybe now we've got test tube babies, but before that was mostly sperm fertilized egg, cells divide, magic happens, creation, life is formed inside the womb of mother, and 9 months later, out we come. And most of us go down the chute. A few come out sideways with a C-section. I came out the chute, so most people come out that way. And we all leave this earth, whether we want to or not. Somebody please tell me a person that's alive today that was alive in 1900. You can't find anybody that was alive in 1900. Maybe 1920, but not 1900. Yep. We will all exit this planet, and that's a sad fact. And it's probably good, I suppose, in some ways. As we get older and start falling apart, you don't want to fall apart completely. Start having body parts fall off at some stage because you're so old. But yeah, so don't take yourself too seriously, you know. The Dems are now looking to settle for $30 billion instead of $20 billion. I haven't seen that. There was no news of that. You must be hearing a rumor. It might be truth to it, though. No, they're getting desperate. The Democrats are finally getting beat up for their position. I mean, they have now voted down 13 times a clean resolution. That has never been done before. It's also the most times a single bill has ever been vetoed in any Congress in the history of this republic in 250 years. They're evil. They're absolutely evil. And they're absolutely evil. The Democrats. The fact that 42 million Americans who get food stamps aren't going to get it this weekend has got them nervous now because the public, despite all the help from the media lying about the Republicans being responsible for this, the truth of the matter is that when they were in office and controlling the House and the Senate, 13 times in a 4-year period, they voted for this flat bill, and the Republicans voted along with them, continue spending at the current level until we can develop a budget bill. They went along with them, cooperated, even though the Republicans weren't happy about it. Flat spending, no changes. These clowns say, and they've admitted publicly, this is the biggest mistake. Their stupid House minority whip, she was dumb as a box of rocks. She went out there, they represented from Maine and said, or Massachusetts, and said, well, you know, this is the only leverage we have. We're going to use it. The leverage is 42 million poor, hungry Americans. Well, they're not all poor. Some are ripping us off, but most of them are. And then, of course, the military, the air traffic controllers, the Coast Guard, FBI, Secret Service, all these people that are working, plus all the people getting no paychecks sitting at home. And the American Federation of State, County, Municipal Employees, the biggest union for government employees, has come out hard on the Democrats and said, this is your fault. Stop it. They can't afford to lose the unions. They already lost the UAW during the election that Trump got elected. Yep, they lost the steelworkers. Now, if they lose government employees, it's game over for the Democrats. They're dumb as a box of rocks. They think that this is a winning strategy for them. Even with the media shilling for them and trying to push a narrative that Republicans are responsible, most of the public's not that stupid. Of course, you go to Twitter, you think the public is that stupid because a number of paid influencers are out there trying to lie about stuff. I keep seeing them. I keep writing, nice try. Go back and read the Constitution. Laughter's been made saving grace. It's ironic some revolutionary flags are a domestic terror threat, but it took 90 years for the Antifa flag to be one. No, Antifa was a terrorist threat when it was brought about in Nazi Germany. Nazi Germans didn't like the Antifa flag. Hear the rather interesting fact, all 9 billion people born from a woman. Imagine that. Yeah, I did, Xavier Grayling. Apparently none of them were, transgender women. Yep. Please note, I tagged the airport because they know I'll be traveling on my own. I have no idea what you're talking about, Suman 3. Where is the Republican plan to help the millions of Americans who need food stamps and health care? Oh, please, Dogzilla. You want a timeout like that twit was here earlier? Where is the plan? Where are the Democrats' plans? Clinton, 8 years. Obama, 8 years. Biden, 4 years. That's 20 years. How did they get rid of food stamps? They made it worse. See, that's the thing. The Democrats made it worse. They made people who have plenty of money eligible for food stamps, made them eligible for the earned income credit. Most people in this country make less than $50,000, pay nothing in taxes. Nothing to the federal government. Nothing. They're net leeches off the system. Either they earn income credit because they got kids and they're working, or through things like food stamps and aid. I mean, I get my bill here. People get free natural gas. They get free electricity if they're poor enough. And they get rewarded for being poor. They don't get punished for losing a job or getting fired from a job or not working because they're lazy. They get rewarded because they're poor. I don't have anything. So they get free gas, they get free electricity. What the hell is that? It's not free. I pay for it. Republican plan for millions. Oh, stop. Stop. There shouldn't be more than 5 million people in this country, and most of them children under the age of 18 on food stamps. Not 42 million people. It's a joke. It's ridiculous. 4% unemployment? Nonsense. Yeah, Obama, 12 years, you can say that. There's also a thing tonight that said that almost half of people on food stamps are not American citizens. I doubt that's true, but it would be interesting. It would mean there are 21 million people on food stamps are illegal aliens. AI predicts the probability in the next 7 days, 25%, 50% next 2 weeks. I would say that the likelihood of it opening is stronger in the next 3 days by Saturday than it will be in 2 weeks, because they'll miss the food stamps, and then the next payment of food stamps won't come till the end of the month. So they've got a few weeks to dick around before Thanksgiving. You're waiting for a call. Okay. I don't know what that's about. Hey, Wilma. Take care. Wondering what really is all truly behind the shutdown. What are they up to? Well, Delmarie, I'll tell you what they're up to. They're trying to stop Trump. And they think that it's working. And the problem is that they're beholden to the radical elements of their party they've let take it over. The party isn't run by the blue-collar Democrats, blue dog Democrats. Those people are extinct or cowering in a corner. No, it's all about getting what they want. They don't care. It's about naked political power. They think that they can get this and then win seats next year in Congress. It ain't going to happen. There aren't that many Iraqis and Somalians. There's a few 100,000 of each of them, but not 21 million. No, you're right. Getting rewarded for being poor. Answer is socialism, yep. Is Mad Max out of here? What's Mad Max? You leaving? What's more important for the U.S. government than to maintain some minimal level of health, food health? Well, that's not. Please, this is the Constitution. Could you please show me, Dogzilla, where it gives U.S. government the responsibility to feed people and provide health care? Such things are non-existent in the Constitution. This is our basic governing document. That's beyond the scope of the federal government. I don't know what country you think you live in. I realize you lived in South Africa for 10 years, and maybe that confused you. Communism is strong there. But the Constitution of the United States does not give the federal government authority. Article 1, Section 1, legislative powers. Section 2, House of Representatives. Section 3, the Senate. Section 4, elections. Section 5, judge of elections. Section 6, senators, representatives shall receive compensation. 7, bills for revenue shall originate in the House, but the Senate may propose or concur. Section 8, power to lay and collect taxes, duties, imports, excises, pay the debts, and provide for common defense and general welfare of the United States. To borrow money, to establish post offices, to punish counterfeiting, to coin money, to constitute tribunals, to define and punish piracies and felonies, to provide for militia, provide for organizing a militia, to exercise executive legislation, to make laws necessary to proper execution of foregoing powers. Section 9, migration and importation of such persons in the United States now existing shall be proper. Section 10, no state shall enter into any treaty. Only the federal government can do that, or coin money. Article 2, executive power vested in the president. Section 2, the President shall be Commander-in-Chief of the Army, Navy of the United States, and the militia of the several states. Section 3, Congress recommend judges. Section 4, President and all civil officers shall be removed from office for impeachment for conviction of treason, bribery, or other high crimes and misdemeanors. Article 3, judicial power. And it goes on. Article 4, full faith and credit of the United States. I see nothing here about health or food. Article 5, Congress. Article 6, debts. Article 7, ratification of the Convention of the 9 states shall be sufficient. And then those who signed this thing, including from Pennsylvania, Benjamin Franklin, Thomas Mifflin, Robert Morris, George Clymer, Thomas Fitzsimmons, Jared Ingersoll, James Wilson, and Governor Morris. And there is nothing here in the Constitution that says anything. There are no amendments. The first 10 amendments are the Bill of Rights, none of which guarantee food or health care. And it goes on from there. There is nothing in this document, Dogzilla, that says anything whatsoever authorizing the federal government to do what you're doing. There are no reasons for what you're talking about. Wealth disparity here in the U.S. is way... No, it's not. No, it's not. Once again, you're spewing nonsense without facts. Thank you, Dogzilla. You're just making it fun this evening. We'll just shoot you down. I put up a chart just a few weeks ago showing the wealth disparity based on the Gini coefficient, showing you the spread. The countries in the world that are the worst are not even remotely the United States. We're way down the list. Way down the list. Now, we're not as egalitarian as Iceland or Finland or Sweden, but we're way down the list. Up here at the top, South Africa, Brazil, Botswana, and the list goes on and on with African countries. Led by black people. Countries ruled by black people have the worst wealth disparity in the world. What does that tell you? What does that tell you? Democrats do not care about taking us 10 steps backwards. Yep. Dogzilla is also stuck on wanting ANC to rule. Yeah, he is. He wants the ANC to rule here. Dogzilla loves communism. He thinks that it's our responsibility to take on the world. He'll gladly give away my country that I've defended while he was working at Boeing. Anyway, but that's why I defend the Constitution, so people have freedom of speech and they can say all the smart and dumb things they want. Well, of course, Democrats allow the chat. As long as nobody is abusive in the chat or racist, they can stay. But eventually, the trolling gets people in a timeout. You saw that earlier with, no underhanded things. That was kind of funny. Spewing racial narratives here. Anyway, yeah, no, I put up all the wealth disparity, Gini coefficient. The U.S. is not even close on that chart. Last 3 years beat me down to relinquish everything to his control. What will be? Huh? Hey, Loretta, what's going on? How you doing? Thanks for being here. Be sure to hit the like button. We got 172 likes, 754 views. That's not bad for night owls, especially on a Monday night. We don't expect to see a lot of people here. Anyway, so I'm going to read another document here. There's no love-hate. Christopher Arndt, I don't have love-hate. I'm just trying to educate the man who's spewing nonsense. He's spewing his leftist talking points, and virtually every one of them I just destroy with facts. Unanimous Declaration of the 13 United States of America. When in the course of human events it becomes necessary for one people to dissolve the political bands which have connected them with another, and to assume among the powers of the earth the separate and equal station to which the laws of nature and of nature's God entitle them. A decent respect to the opinions of mankind requires that they should declare the causes which impel them to the separation. We hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men are created equal, that they are endowed by the Creator with certain unalienable rights, that among these are life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness, that to secure these rights, governments are instituted among men, deriving their just powers from the consent of the governed, that whenever any form of government becomes destructive to these ends, it is the right of the people to alter or to abolish it. It is the right of the people, laying its foundation on such principles and organizing its powers in such form as to them shall seem most likely to affect their safety and happiness. Prudence, indeed, will dictate that governments long established should not be changed for light and transient causes. And accordingly, all experience hath shown that mankind are more disposed to suffer while evils are sufferable, than to right themselves by abolishing the forms to which they are accustomed. But when a long train of abuses and usurpations, pursuing invariably the same object, evinces a design to reduce them under absolute despotism, it is their right, it is their duty to throw off such government and to provide new guards for their future security. Such has been the patient sufferances of these colonies, and such is now the necessity which constrains them to alter their former systems of government. The history of the present King of Great Britain is a history of repeated injuries and usurpations, all having a direct object, the establishment of an absolute tyranny over these states. To prove this, let facts be submitted to a candid world. And they list a whole list of grievances here. He has dissolved representative houses repeatedly for opposing with mainly firmness his invasions on the rights of the people. He has abdicated government here by declaring us out of his protection and waging war against us, for cutting off trade with all parts of the world, for imposing taxes on us without our consent, for depriving us in many cases. See, it always comes down to the leftists, taxation without representation. That's just one of the many grievances they had. The 56 signatures on the Declaration appear in positions indicated. And again, for Pennsylvania, Robert Morris, Benjamin Rush, Benjamin Franklin, John Morton, George Clymer, James Smith, George Taylor, James Wilson, George Ross. These people risked their life and liberty by signing this document. They put themselves at risk for our future, for their posterity. By the way, Dogzilla, if you're up for it, I have a song that Kathy wrote. Dogzilla, I mean, I don't want to play the song. It's not particularly insulting. It's cute. It's funny. I think you'll like it. But it does poke a little bit of fun at you. Are you up for it? I'll play it. I won't play it unless you say it's okay. But Dogzilla, Kathy did a song about you. It's not rude, insulting. It's kind of cheeky. I think you'll like it. I'll play it if you want. But you got to tell me it's okay. I'm not going to do it because I'm not here to embarrass people. I don't think you should be embarrassed by it. I think it's kind of funny. So Dogzilla, if you want to hear the song, I know the rest of you probably want to hear it, but I give Dogzilla that opportunity to tell me he wants to hear it. But Kathy wrote the song. I didn't do it. It's pretty funny. It's pretty good. Okay. Watching that graves you've shown in Germany, I saw. Those weren't in Germany. That was in Estonia. Yeah, it's scary how many people died in war. Dogzilla says, play wherever you like. Well, it's not what I like. I just think it's very clever. Kathy did it. And so where's it at now? Hang on a second here. That's not it. I thought I saved this damn song. It was Kathy. Okay, hang on a second. It's not here. Let me see if it's from Kathy again. I thought Kathy did it. Okay. There it is. It is him. Oh, I didn't save it. That's why. Okay. All right, guys. Here we go. All right. Be nice now, folks. Don't be abusive to Dogzilla. He can't help it. He's confused by life. Okay. Here we go. All right. So where the hell did it go? This is really starting to irritate me. Something should show. There it is. There it is. That's why I can't find it. Here we go. Dogzilla. This is a song Kathy wrote for you. Okay. It's only 2 minutes long.
Dogzilla monster, yeah, it's too much. Hey! Bet you think this jam is all you'll play. Splashing through the Connell stream, throwing shade like it's a meme. No facts, just vibe. H, what a scene. Warning, stacking, count it out. In, tweet, 3, time out! Connell says, with a sly little grin, some journos out there, bit thick in the bin. But rocks don't tweet. They just chill, they don't spin stories or send out the bill. Life's too short for moaning and grind. Share the lack of the truth, the crime. Chuck the ugly, leave it behind. Let the truth dance out, let it shine. No time for drama, no space for spite. We groove truth, we jam it right. Living in a fairyland, shame man please. Keyboard warrior with no real steez. Typing daggers, throwing shade. But words don't scar, they just fade. So what's your handle, winner? Be cool, be a friendly troll, not a Peter fool. Listen up.
Colonel's truth, yo, it hits like a drum. Breaks the fake, makes the trolls go numb. Some peeps laugh, some just moan. Colonel, leave the rocks alone.
Life's too short for moaning and grind. Share the lack of the truth, the prime. Chuck the ugly, leave it behind. Let the truth dance out, let it shine. No time for drama, no space for spite. We grew with truth, we jam it right.
All right, Dogzilla, thanks for being a good sport. I told you it was cute. It's pretty funny. She said it to me. I was like, oh gosh, what's this going to be? I thought it was going to be mean, but it wasn't at all. It's cute. I like the beat. It's kind of funny. So yeah, it was a Lekka one. Yeah, Kathy did a great job with that one. She's got a winner one there. Dogzilla, I think you found it entertaining. I found it entertaining, and it was cute. It's yeah. Asking for a friend, says Cindy. Yeah, it's cute. So yeah, thank you for being a good sport there, Dogzilla. That was people writing songs about me, now they're writing about you, Dogzilla. Look at that. You've become famous even though you didn't try. All you did was come here and troll. Oh my goodness. My goodness. No, Matthew Dixon is our favorite troll because he's not a malicious troll. Yeah, Kathy, you did a good job on that. And I think Maze was asked, somebody was asked about another song, who was it? Who was asking me about coming to the USA? I saw the song, but oh my. The vision of equality where none is subject to exploit for the benefit of others. These are truly enlightened men. They were truly enlightened men. They were amazing. They were amazing. We were blessed to have such amazing thinkers and people of vision and foresight so far in the past gathered one place at one time. It's just truly unique. It's amazing. It's absolutely amazing. And they came from different backgrounds. Some of them were very wealthy landowners. Some of them were businessmen, printers, publishers, politicians, farmers. Yet, regardless of their background, they all were educated and smart. Yeah. It was great. It was just amazing. We were truly blessed. The world was blessed to have the example of the founders. Yep. Idaho Garden Girl. What's going on? I had me some Idaho recently. Loved it. Loved that. I liked the craters of the moon. That was pretty cool. Twin Falls was nice. I wasn't really excited by Sun Valley, but then it wasn't skiing season, so, you know. By the way, this hip that they want to replace, I went skiing on that hip last winter. Remember that? Mad Max 35. Did you listen to Going to... That's the one, Going to America. I don't recall if I listened to it, Mad Max. I get so many messages. Hang on. Let me see. Maybe see. All right. Going to America. Save as. Okay. Oh, I already have it here. Okay. Okay. That looks like the image I made. Did you make the same image? Oh, no, that's not the same one. It just looks similar. No more country.
The sun sinks low on the highville. One more day done in the dark. Another warning on the local news. Another fear leaves its mark.
But then we switch on the computer, see a face we trust and know. Colonel Chris Wyatt on the screen, planting seeds where the hope can grow.
He says hold fast, keep your paperwork ready. There's a door about to swing, a clear path through the chaos, a future that freedom brings. We follow all his YouTube wisdom, from the fonts to the things to pack. He's our voice in the wilderness. There's no turning back. We're going to America under the president's decree for the minority refugees, a land where we can finally be free. Trump's promise in the White House, a safe harbor for our folk. Leave the fear and the future uncertain, put our shoulders to the yoke. From the farms and the cities, through the night to the light, we are going to America
America, and we will hold our children tight. Then one morning the phone rings, a number we don't recognize. Our hands are shaking, heart is racing, fear reflected in our eyes. It's the refugee support, sir. Their voice is clear and brisk. Your application's been processed. Now is the time to take the risk. A date set for the interview, the questions, the final test. To prove our story, our persecution, put our future to the rest. We gather all the documents, the affidavits and the proof. One small family's fight for life under an American roof. We're going to America under the president's decree for the minority refugees, a land where we can finally be free. Trump's promise in the White House, a safe harbor for our folk. Leave the fear and the future uncertain, put our shoulders to the yoke. From the farms and the cities, through the night to the light, we are going to America, and we will hold our children tight. The medicals are done, the children brave, they poked and they prodded us all, checking lungs and checking hearts, answering freedom's call. We gave our fingerprints and photos, signed the documents with a prayer. The plane tickets wait in the envelope, a future beyond compare. We say goodbye to the neighbors, to the soil that we've known so long, leaving everything we were to find where we belong. We're going to America under the president's decree for the minority refugees, a land where we can finally be free. Trump's promise in the White House, a safe harbor for our folk. Leave the fear and the future uncertain, put our shoulders to the yoke. From the farms and the cities, through the night to the light, we are going to America, and we will hold our children tight. Cali, South Africa, your beauty we can't forget.
Hello, America, we're coming home, a debt we will surely let.
We're going to America. Colonel Chris Wyatt showed us the way
to America.
We are on our way.
All right, that one's from Mad Max. That song is 5 minutes and 40 seconds long. Mad Max, did you write all the lyrics? Because I've been very disappointed with Suno of late. I put in lyrics that used to give me 3.5, 4-minute songs. Now it's giving me 1.5 minutes and 2-minute songs, and it really pissing me off. I don't know what they did to their engine, but it isn't as cooperative as it once was. So I'm just curious if you wrote all those lyrics. And Alan, I don't know which email you're talking about. I mean, I've got hundreds of emails. I don't know what you're talking about. And I look up your name and it doesn't show up unless there's an alias. I'm confused. Buster B, South Africa is beautiful by nature. It has nothing to do with white men or black men. God created South Africa and it's beautiful. Hey, Sean Egros, what's up? Everybody also needs to unmask Ataturk. Huh? In case anyone's curious, I follow the Silly America's Cup. Yeah, the America's Cup was interesting, but I haven't watched that in 25 or 30 years. Xavier says, if anyone wants to know what true freedom is, just spend one full show here. Differing opinions are welcome, inviting debate and dialogue. Well, somebody might argue that's not true because I told that guy to basically piss off on Fonseca earlier, but he was just spewing racial, dog whistle nonsense. Yeah, and I didn't ban him. I just give him a 5-minute timeout because he did put no substance. He's just making unfounded nonsense. So he's still welcome to be here if he wants, but just stop with the nonsense. Okay, anyway. Very pale? Do I look pale? Must be the Starbucks. No, I'm fine. It's not. Oh, pertinent is not the word. You mean impertinent. Pertinent, it means relevant. That is pertinent to the story. Now, you want to say you don't want to be impertinent, which is cheeky. Okay. Well, it depends where you go in the Congo. The Virunga Mountains are gorgeous, Buster B. They're absolutely gorgeous. Kinshasa is a crap hole. But man-made Kinshasa, not God. What about food stamps? That's 42 million people. Okay, Azores, stop on the way west. Okay, great lyrics. I'm okay, Ingrid. Do I look pale? Sorry, I'm not as red as normal. Maybe the rosé is in remission or going the other direction. So I don't know, but I'm fine. Just another long day. It started early. I mean, today I had a lot to do. I had to do some research for a video that I'm putting together for the Truth Report. I had to do my show. Then I had to go do an MRI. From the MRI, I had to go went to the Disabled Veterans of America organization. Found out that if I get a artificial hip, here's the irony. This is funny, and it's nothing wrong with it, but it's just true. I get 10% because of the injury to my hip from Army service. I'm in constant pain because it wasn't treated properly. I'm not in pain right now. I haven't been in pain for the last couple of weeks, but it isn't working properly. I walk and it just locks up sort of thing. But it's given me pain for the past 2 years. So I've suffered for 2 years, mightily, uncomfortable. And I went for treatment, but they gave me a shot in a bursa sac, which just took the pain away for 4 months. And it made me probably damage the hip worse because I wasn't in pain anymore, rather than do a proper x-ray and realize that I had advanced arthritis that needed to be dealt with and carved out of there. Thank you, Mad Max. Gemini, check, screenshot, I sent you know what's up. Okay, use Gemini for the song. That's cool. Maybe sooner is not the answer, okay? Would you live in the DRC? Well, Buster B, I've lived in Tunisia, Liberia, Botswana, Malawi, Niger, Mauritania, Uganda, Ethiopia. So the answer is yes, I would. I would. I wouldn't live there till retirement and death, but I would live there. Yeah. I don't want ivermectin for rosacea. Nope. Getting winter colors. I'm getting lighter. Yeah. What was I talking about before we got off track there? So you guys started sending me messages. All for the lyrics. Okay. Can someone change their name? Yeah, people can change their name legally in the United States. I changed my name. When I came in the Army, I legally changed my name. Yep. Yeah. Because my father thought it was cheeky and clever and wrote down the wrong thing on my birth certificate. And so I fixed it to what it was supposed to be when I came in. Plus, I was using a different name. I was using an alias when I was in high school. Yep. So, yeah. I didn't have to pay. In the Army, join the Army, you can change your name. Just like that. But, yeah, you can change your name. It's just a legal cost to it. SAP is what feeds senior citizens during COVID. Democrats committed Nuremberg crimes to the elderly. Holden, that's a very much an overstatement. The people who hold the wealth in this country are the elderly. The elderly. Most of the wealth in this country is concentrated in the hands of people over the age of 55. Most of the wealth in the country. Most of the wealth in the country as a percentage. The people that hold the money are the people that have worked their entire lives and built up a nest egg and investments and have equity in their homes, and they're the ones that have the wealth. Very few young people have wealth. They have to work hard for it. So there are, yes, older people who are not successful who have to rely on food stamps, but the wealth in this country is concentrated overwhelmingly in the hands of the wealth of the elderly. Oh, thank you, Shawnee, for getting me back on point. The Disabled Veterans Office. So, okay, so I'm suffering in pain. I get a 10% rating for disability. It doesn't give me 10% of anything. It's 10% of 100%, which is not that much money, but it's tax exempt. Anyway, so I get 10% because of the pain I'm in. Well, it's advanced now to the point where they want to put a artificial hip in there. That's a prosthetic. If you have a prosthetic from service-related injury or combat wound, it's an automatic 30% rating. So if I let them cut my bone out and stick a prosthetic in there, I will no longer be in pain. I'll have my full range of motion back. I'll be able to exercise again. And I get 30% instead of 10%. Minimum. So I'm in pain. I get 10%. I solve the pain. And I get 30%. I mean, what the hell? I mean, it's perfectly legit, but it's just funny when you think about it. If you think about it, honestly, it doesn't matter whether you're a refugee or not. If you're here legally in the United States, you can go and have your name changed. That is crazy, isn't it, Mace? But it's true, and it's not a scam. That's how it works. Because a prosthetic is an automatic assessment, because part of you is missing. Part of you is missing. I have to have part of my leg cut out and replaced by titanium and plastic because of an injury from the Army. Yep. All right, Xavier, take care. Idaho Garden Girl says, I had my hip replaced, got rid of. Yeah, but do you walk like Quasimodo now? One leg shorter than the other? That's what I'm worried about. Yeah, and also, I actually now have a financial incentive. I got a loose hair down here. I have a financial incentive because under my disability, I would get more. That would bump me up a little bit more money each month. I could use the coin. Yeah. I have to write a song about the part of me that's missing, the hip. Where'd my hip go? Lighter skin, lighter hair, eyes, blondes. Yeah. Blue eyes, crying in the rain, and the blonde hair. You guys saw my strawberry blonde hair in my youth. And then my what's the word I'm looking for? Not brunette. What's the other word? It is ironic, like not covering contraceptives, but covering pregnancy. Exactly, Krista, except it's not quite the same. But yeah, get your point. Hop along, Casanova. Was done correctly and done well, recovering well. How long did it take you, Idaho girl? I've been told some people are at the hospital the same day. I talked to someone tonight whose friend is going in for surgery for that tomorrow. But, I mean, it's a surgeon. They've got a hammer. They see a nail. So the guy told me, the surgeon said, he said, well, I don't treat x-rays. You can see the x-ray. I treat patients. If you want to try, alternative, we can do that. But, eventually you're going to have to replace it. And I said, yeah, probably, but I'm too young to replace it now. So he's going to look at the MRI because he thinks I might have a torn muscle. It's probably as a consequence of overcompensating and damaging the muscles from the hip being locked up. I know that my pelvic girdle was out of alignment because of all this stuff, and I had my glute was impacted previously. So that those have both been released when I was in South Africa by people in South Africa helping me out, a chiropractor and then a medical massage therapist. But so I have an appointment with a sports medicine doctor on Thursday. But I asked about injection, and he's like, well, the injection, that's just cortisone. That's going to give there's consequence with that. You can get advanced degenerative arthritis, the onset of that, from injections. I'm like, wait a second. I'm not asking for cortisone. I'm asking for the gel. There's a bunch of different gels they put in there. I prefer to have the gel go in. And, if they had addressed this years ago, they could have gone and scraped the arthritis out, cleaned up the joint, and then I would have been okay. But they didn't do that. They ignored me. Dogzilla, why are you trying to be funny? That's not even funny, man. Not even funny. What is that supposed to mean? Shawnee, no, I talked to people who got home the next day from the hospital. Some people spent a day or two in the hospital. Other people went out the same day, supposedly. A friend of mine has had both hips replaced, and he said he was on a walker for 4 days, and then he was fine. Just resumed normal activity. But that's not what the literature says. Literature says recovery is up to 2 years. So that doesn't comfort me. I don't need 2 years of that bullshit. It is worth doing it. Mine being a problem of his own failure. It was too much overweight. Walked with a physio this afternoon after. Oh, you walked the after. Okay, I'm fine for years. Okay, Loretta. Well, I'm not overweight, so it's just that it's damage from an injury. And the injury is over 40 years ago. That's what sucks. So I guess I should be lucky it held up for 40 years. Went to the state of interest. We're a family of 4, but we need to get passports. No, you don't have to get passports. No, it's okay, Skulk. We're not talking about refugee stuff now, but I'll answer your question. No, just put your statement of interest in. What took you so long? Dude, we're going into 9 months since this program was announced. 7 months since you could put a statement of interest in. You don't have to answer the question, but you got to get off the pot. You can't be a dratsitter. You got to get moving. You're going to wind up in the back of the queue, so go put your damn statement of interest in, and don't wait. Get in the queue. Go get your passports. If you have a home affairs office that's slow and not responsive, go to another town. Some of them are very good. Midval apparently is pretty good. That won't get my left and right sorted out. Hey, Jen. Glad you got the MRI. Depending on results, depends on your route of action. Is that Jen, my little sis right there? I think that's my little sis. My little sister was the girl that everybody wanted to chase around. She was so pretty. When I say was, still a good-looking girl. Now, but she's younger, man. Very, very, very good-looking girl. Yep, that is you, is it not, Jen? Or is that someone else? I can't see. I can put my glasses on. The avatar is so damn small. Is that my sister? I can't tell. I think it is. What are you doing up at this hour? I've seen hip replacements being harder for recovery when you're over 80. It is her. Yay, folks. That's my sister, Jennifer. So she's worked away into my heart as my favorite sibling. Shh. Don't tell the others. Jen was there when Mom passed away. Yeah, sorry to bring that up, Jen, but, some of the OGs remember that night, and I went live. You were there with Mom, and you had the phone when I thanked her for my life. Yep. Friend was in a bad car accident, and it ruined his hip. He was bedridden for a year. That's horrible, Mr. QB. It's being hip replaced, but I had a back operation where titanium screws played. Oh, gosh. Sorry, Ingrid. That's terrible. No, hip replacements are one of the most successful, sorts of surgeries out there. It's in terms of what gets done, it's relatively simple. It doesn't take that long, which I find odd. But I don't know. I mean, Ranger Rick here, man. Just it's just a flesh wound. Move on. But this isn't just a flesh wound. I just wish they had taken me seriously when I went to them years ago and told them I was in pain. I have a few red hair relatives in the mustard. Okay. Melissa is 200 miles per hour, category 5. That's one of the things I have. I actually had some news up, folks. Yeah. So when I saw the physiotherapist in South Africa, in Parklands, and that's Erica's physiotherapist, she looked at my legs. She said, "I think you have a torn labrum." And I said, "Okay." I said, what do they do for that? She said, "Well, if you're over 60, it's surgery." I said, "I'm 59." Well, when I said it, I was closer to 59 than 60. Anyway, yeah, so that was, yeah, so I knew. But she was right. That's what it was. Yeah. Yes, Edgefeld, that's what I want. I want to try the gel and have it monitored and see how that goes. I know it has to be done a couple times a year, and I'll do it. Why has Dr. Fauci not been indicted? I have no idea. Or you did sleep. You slept on a long time there, Skulk. Okay. But the state of interest even asks you, do you have at least it used to ask you if you have a passport. Answer honestly. Go get your passports. When they contact you, they'll ask you, do you have passports yet? Okay. They process people in the original 59ers who didn't have passports. They've processed other people who don't have passports. Don't wait. Again, I'm not asking you to come to America. That's not on me. Anyway, we were getting to the storm. Melissa, that's where I got off track. Well, I'm getting off track easily tonight. Very distracted. All right, where's it at? Here we go. Hurricane Melissa is now the strongest storm on the planet. They always overdo it. Oh, the strongest storm on the planet. Well, not as strong as the storms on Jupiter. Not the strongest storm in the galaxy or in the solar system. Come on, man. I'm just trying to scare people. Typical nonsense. Melissa underwent extreme rapid intensification over the weekend and continues to strengthen. The rare Category 5 has winds of 175 with stronger gusts, making it the strongest storm this year. Melissa's outer bands are lashing Jamaica with wind and rain. Mandatory evacuation orders have been issued for vulnerable coastal areas of Jamaica ahead of the storm's expected landfall in the morning. Up to 40 inches of rain, 13 feet of storm surge, and 160 mile per hour sustained winds will cause extensive infrastructure damage. Good Lord, that's bad. That's some bad mojo there, folks. Wow. Huh. And once again,
Hurricane Melissa is strengthening once again. Conditions are really starting to deteriorate as expected here in Kingston, Jamaica. We're getting this kind of first taste of the gusty winds, some of the palm trees starting to sway back and forth, and of course the heavy rain is just now beginning. And that is the concern about this hurricane, this slow-moving catastrophe that will unfold in this island nation.
Oh, that's not good, man. Seems that if you don't go to the mountain must come to you. Poor Dogzilla suffered when Trump got elected. Like a backup, delay it. Yeah, okay. You're right, Dogzilla. Jamaica's in for some serious hell. But folks, it's climate change. As if there were never hurricanes in the Caribbean before humans came along. Oh, this thing is fucking huge, man. I can't expand this. I won't go up bigger, but there's an image of this thing on the radar. It's just crazy. Kingston streets are empty as Hurricane Melissa approaches Jamaica. Wow. Melissa's earliest rain bands down trees and trigger landslides, take out power lines. Already power lines and landslides are happening in Jamaica. It hasn't made landfall yet. When will Hurricane Melissa make landfall in Jamaica? Well, it was crawling at 2 miles per hour. Wow. Sometime Tuesday morning. But the buzzsaw-like storm's worst impacts will start hours earlier. Tropical storm force sustained winds with higher gusts will spread across Jamaica after midnight. Man, oh man, oh man. I feel bad for the Caribbean. This is some bad mojo. The water's too warm. It's picking up all that energy from the water. Yep, scary stuff. Well, Arctic's rum suppliers will be in trouble. Hey, folks, another mass shooting in South Africa. Sorry to report this. It's another mass shooting in South Africa. You know, of course, this happens all the time in South Africa. Man arrested after Mamelodi cousins are shot execution style. Third victim emerges. Cousins Chishamo Moramaga, 22, and Balasang Moramaga, 21, were shot execution style in Mamelodi East Sunday morning. They arrested a 38-year-old man in connection with the murder of two cousins who were shot execution style. They were shot in the head. He was arrested Monday after it was revealed a third person had been shot and injured. Wow. A neighbor who witnessed the moments leading up to this shooting previously told News 24 that one of the women had been arguing with her partner at 5 a.m. shortly before gunfire erupted. Family members described the cousins being close, doing everything together, and even wearing matching clothes. 2 counts of murder, 1 count of attempted murder. Yeah, that's the exact same clothes they're wearing there. That's crazy. So here's a good one. Let's be cheeky with this, okay? Graduate of South Africa's first black private school and fashion designer David Talley rallies support Inanda Seminary's future. The Inanda Seminary is a school, I guess, just for black girls. It was founded as such. Is it still? Interesting. Wow. Is it still just for black kids? Huh. 156-year-old campus. So is it just for black kids still? I mean, how could that be? That can't be true, can it? I mean, it was founded for black girls only, but is it only for black girls today? Isn't that racism and discrimination only for black girls? Well, here's the school. It sure looks like it's only for black girls. Look at that. See a few boys there. It's an independent girls' secondary school near Durban. Since 1869, it's built a reputation for educating black South African women who've gone into the world, exemplifying the school's motto, shine where you are. So how is that possible? How do racially segregated black supremacy schools get to continue to exist in South Africa today? Why is that? Can you imagine if it was a whites-only school? I mean, look how the EFF lost its mind over Brockenfell, which isn't a whites-only school. How is that justifiable? Now, the Ananda Seminary has a long history, and it was founded by someone that I have a personal history tied to, Daniel Lindley. The Ananda Seminary School is one of the oldest schools for girls in South Africa. It was founded in 1869 in Ananda, a settlement just 20 miles north of Durban, by Daniel and Lucy Lindley, an American missionary couple. On the 20th of November, Daniel and Lucy Virginia, born Allen Lindley, married, and they were sent by the American Board of Missions to South Africa. When they arrived in Cape Town, they still had 1,000 miles to cover. It took them over a year, ox cart, to get to Matabeleland. However, the plans were thwarted by the fighting that was taking place between the descendants of the Dutch, the Boers, and the Matabele. Successfully ministered to the Boers, but they did not find success with native Africans until they set up a mission in Ananda. But eventually they set up a school. Huh. Interesting. And here, of course, is Daniel Lindley, who died in 1880. So Daniel Lindley was born in 10 Mile Creek, Pennsylvania. He was the eldest child of Jacob and Hannah Lindley. His father had founded Ohio University, and not surprisingly, he was educated there. No, his father didn't found Ohio University. He was one of the founders. Manassas Cutler founded Ohio University, but that's fine. So this is an error. But, of course, that's the link we share. Daniel Lindley and I both attended Ohio University, and I went to ROTC. Look at that. They've completely wiped out white people. A school where 80% of the students, oh, there's a couple white people. Look at that. After all that, virtually no white people. Look at that. Certainly no white men. That's why they no longer receive any donations from me. I don't donate to Ohio University. It's become a racist black supremacy school. And it's a public school. Shouldn't be like that. Shouldn't be like that. Anyway, I don't give them money anymore. Nope. They can find their money from someone else. Suppose we're not allowed to discriminate against anyone, but usually that's if you're white. Yeah, exactly, Sue Marie. Look, I'm being cheeky. I don't care if there's an all-black school for girls and an all-white school for kids. People should be allowed to associate with who they want to. And they should be able to associate with alike. But we know that if there was a whites-only school, they would be flipping out and losing their minds. It's a black-only school. So why aren't they flipping out over that? Caton is a lifesaver extender, saving your life forward in your legs. Wise to keep them strong. Okay. Well, my leg is not strong. That right leg is weak because it's not getting proper exercise. Yep. Time to back our buddy, huh? Yesterday in Pretoria North, we had hijacking, kidnapping. The people only went to Spar to buy a few things. Yeah, that's horrible. Navy's job for drug boats, but very bad for people, huh? Jen, did you leave or are you still here? No, it's at 2 miles an hour. It's the speed the storm is moving now, Dreamliner. It's really slowed down. Yeah, she's here. Okay. Can all live how we want if it does. Okay, let's do a song, guys. Okay. Let me get to Suno. Where have we got Suno at? Any ideas for a song? Let's do one on Melissa. Yeah, where the hell is my Suno at? Did I close it? I was just opening it over here. Suno. All right, let's go. We're going to go with reggae, male vocals. Okay, because it's Jamaica, man. So create. Reggae nights. Okay. Peltn. You guys still there? I know, I'm sorry. I'm trying to think of the right lyrics for this thing, so we want to get a good one here. We don't want crap. Okay, how we doing? 130 people here, so I'm working on this. I'm working on this. Okay, so right. I need to fix that. High winds, dark skies. Oh, a super chat by Francesca Harbor. $20. Francesca, where you been? I haven't seen you in a while. I'm silent over here, and you pop in with a super chat. Thank you. Verna Kruger, still waking up. All right, so hang on. We're almost there with the song. So what I don't like is it doesn't tell me what space I've got here. All right, let's see how this goes. Okay. All right, I made it. Okay, let's see. No worries. Catamaran races were great to watch. Never really watched those. What did Krista say to my little sis? What did she say? Okay, come over here. Okay. Is Nicola here? Is she in from Balito? Eudora, Eudia, sorry, welcome to you. Okay. Keep torso muscles and spine flexible for back pain. Yeah, well, the key thing for me is exercise. If I exercise, I'm good. But if I don't exercise, the muscles in my lower back atrophy very quickly because of my height, and I get sore backs and can't sleep. The All Blacks girls knew. No, it's not Francesca. The All Girls Black School is from 1869. Daniel Lindley, one of my predecessors at Ohio University, founded it. Yep. Okay, let's see what we got on this song, okay? Here we go. Storm of the Century. Here we go. Let's see what I put a reggae beat to it.
Dark clouds roll, Kingston weeps, gale winds howl, the ocean leaps. Lines are down, streets gone black, nature's wrath, no turning back. Batten the doors, hold them tight. The beast come roaring in the night. Storm of the century, mercy please, no more pain, no more seas that seize. Jamaica cries, no more misery. We want reggae, not this tragedy. Rain pelts down, roofs take flight, families huddle through the fight. Storm surges claw at sandy shore. The island bends, but it endures. High winds scream, skies turn black. Shelter, or the storm will crash. Storm of the century, mercy please, no more pain, no more seas that seize. Jamaica cries, no more misery. We want reggae, not this tragedy.
Thanks for the super chat, Charmaine. 140 Rand. Mega rain, but not like Jamaica's. Version 2. I like this better already. Let's see how it goes.
Dark clouds roll, Kingston weeps,
Yeah, this is better.
gale winds howl, the ocean leaps. Lines are down, streets gone black.
Look how he drags it.
Nature's wrath, no turning back. Batten the doors, hold them tight. The beast comes roaring in the night. Storm of the century, mercy please, no more pain, no more seas the seas. Jamaica cries, no more misery. We want reggae, not this tragedy. Storm of a century, mercy please, no more pain, no more seas the seas. Jamaica cries, no more misery. We want reggae, not this tragedy. Rain pelts down,
I haven't heard the song before. That's why I'm not dancing.
roofs take flight, families huddle through the fight. Storm surges claw at sandy shores.
Okay, that's good. That one will go on to. I need
The island bends,
that will go on
but it
to
endures.
Spotify.
High wind screams, skies turn black. Shelter or the storm will crack. Storm of the century, mercy please, no more pain, no more seas that seize. Jamaica cries, no more misery. We want reggae, not this tragedy. Storm of the century, mercy please, no more pain, no more seas that seize. Jamaica cries, no more misery. We want reggae, not this tragedy.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm sure people in Jamaica are terrified right now. It's, these storms are pretty frightening. I've been caught in one of these hurricanes off the coast of Florida. skirted as the storm went by a cruise ship. Came back from Caymans, Cozumel, Jamaica, and the storm forces spent 5 days steaming back and forth in the Florida Keys. Okay, so that's that one. That's going to go. This one's working through lockdown, folks. This is one we did last night, I think it was. This is pretty cool. This is for all the military, the air traffic controllers, the Border Patrol, the Coast Guard, the Secret Service, FBI, anyone who has to work during lockdown, especially those without pay. This one's for you.
Tower tonight, planes still flying, cutting through the sky. The Coast Guard's out on the restless sea, while their kids go hungry and the rent's unpaid. They're working through the storm, no paycheck to keep them warm. And the Senate sits on its hands again, while the nation's heart keeps beating thin. Families cry, but the walls don't bend. Working through lockdown, working through lockdown.
Sorry for the Taylor Swift sound to it.
Working through lockdown. The bad shines bright, but the cupboard's bare. Soldiers march on with the silent prayer. The privileged shout from their velvet seats, but can't hear the rhythm of the hungry streets. They're holding up the line while America's out of time. And the Senate sits on its hands again, while the nation's heart keeps beating thin. Families cry, but the walls don't bend. Working through lockdown, working through lockdown, working through lockdown.
Who is Johnny? Oh, John Steenhuisen. Oh my goodness, folks. Yeah. So that's working through lockdown. We did that last night. I've downloaded both of those now in WAV format so I can upload them onto my Spotify. Also, they'll get loaded onto my DJ Silver. By the way, folks, if you don't have Spotify, you can always go to DJ Silver Eagle on YouTube. Okay. And it's, hang on a second. Topic, that's the one. DJ Silver Eagle Topic. So, not a lot of subscribers, 218. You can listen to all the songs there for free if you don't do Spotify. So, what happens is YouTube posts music and they're supposed to pay the artist, residuals. I don't know if they pay artists for the for commercials, but anyway, so that's it. So, DJ Silver Eagle, you can find them on there. Yep. Support Google. Well, screw support Google. What's that? Support Google. Oh, okay. I don't know what that's supposed to be. Anyway, but songs are on there. So, Wear a Sign's the last one I put on there. The Grass is Greener, that's on there too. So, yeah. Anyway, yeah, so that's there. You can go check out the music there. It gets put up in there pretty quickly. So, I send it to my record distributor, the label. They distribute to all the 23 of the sites, and YouTube automatically puts it up on there. And it comes on there pretty quickly. Matthew Dixon's here. Okay. Oh my goodness. Here we go back to the trollers. Okay, so working through lockdown. I like that one. I don't know if you guys liked it, but I liked it. Working through lockdown. I think it's a good one. All right, let's come back again very quickly here. And House of Cards, Rocky Mountain Vibes. That's a good one. Sign of the Times, Old Faithful. Let me see. Working through lockdown. No More Clueless. Did I like one of those? Yeah, No More Clueless. Let's try that one. This is a short one.
Marching down the avenue, they scream and they shout, talking about freedom, but they don't figure it out. Chains on their minds while their hands are free. Oh, the comedy writes itself, can't you see? They're yelling at ghosts, they're chasing the wind, but I can't stop laughing at the mess they're in. No more clueless, no more lies. Open your eyes to the big blue skies. You're free to cry, you're free to roam. A monarch would have locked you at home.
This is for the No Kings protest.
There's signs like swords in the air, protesting a prison that isn't even there. Talking about democracy, oh what a twist, when they're the loudest proof that it exists. They're spinning in circles, they're running in place, but freedom's a mirror, it's right in their face. No more clueless, no more lies. Open your eyes to the big blue skies. You're free to laugh, you're free to roam. A monarch would have locked you at home.
That was for the No Kings protest, which is basically middle-aged white women who have nothing better to do. Yeah, a monarch would have locked you at home. They're complaining about democracy and they're protesting freely. Stupid people should wear signs. They really should. Amazing that you made it to the Olympics. Do you ever sail again? Oh, okay. Do you know if membership can be changed to another name? I have no idea, Dreamliner. I don't know. What's going on with Charles? What's Yanni Cunny Dunsney? No, that's a funny one. I like that. It's just too short, but it's nice to open up like an open video. No More Clueless. I love that one. No More Clueless. Anyway, that's a good one, man. I like that one. So it's Grass is Greener. We did that one. Okay, here's one. Here's a good one. Twin Falls Delight. Johnny can't dance.
The sun wakes up in a golden
My sister ought to like this. She likes country.
over fields of wheat, so proud, so tall. Morning whispers, rivers hum their tune. A land where hearts can bloom. The mountains stand like ancient friends, the kind of peace that never ends. Oh, Twin Falls delight, where the skies shine bright. A rocky mountain high, starry night. Friendly faces, open doors. A place to dream, a place that's yours. Main streets alive, laughter fills the air. Dreams right on the breeze without a care. The Snake River dances under the light, a sight that takes your soul to flight. Here roots grow deep and spirits soar. A little heaven forevermore. Twin Falls delight, where the skies shine bright. A rocky mountain high, a starry night. Friendly faces, open doors. A place to dream, a place that's yours. Oh, Twin Falls delight, where the skies shine bright. A rocky mountain high, a starry night. Friendly faces, open doors. A place to dream, a place that's yours.
Twin Falls Delights, DJ Silver Eagle on a Monday night, Tuesday morning over in South Africa. Welcome back, folks. Hope you're enjoying this tonight. Twin Falls Delights. And I followed that up with another hit, Rocky Mountain Vibes. This one in honor of my trip out to Idaho, Utah, Wyoming, and Montana. It's Rocky Mountain Vibes, folks. I've had this cowboy hat for a long time, Jen, since 2021.
Twin Falls whispers, the canyon's deep call, Salt Lake shadow, where the saints stood tall. Jackson Hole mornings, cold air bites my skin, Grand Tetons rising, where the dreams begin. This is the place, the land we hold, faith and family, hearts of gold. Aspen quakes, old roots run wide, Rocky Mountain vibes, where the soul can't hide. Yellowstone's thunder, guys that scream the past. Sun Valley's quiet, where time moves fast. Shoshone voices, echoes on the breeze, Ute and Paiute stories carved in the trees. Pioneers carved paths in stone, built this land, made it their own. This is the place, the land we hold, faith and family, hearts of gold. Aspen quakes, old roots run wide, Rocky Mountain vibes, where the soul can't hide. Snake River winding, lifeline in the dust, man and beast drinking, in its flow we trust. Valleys and buds filled with dreams untold, this land's our story, a treasure to hold.
Rocky Mountain Vibes on DJ Silver Eagle this Monday evening, now Tuesday morning here on the East Coast and around the planet. And the next one up in the queue, inspired by Sydney Sweeney, folks. I know you know which song this is. Now, which one is it, though? It get mixed up here. I think it's this one here. Here we go. Sydney's Jeans, inspired by Sydney Sweeney.
I gave up on denim, thought it was dead, but Sydney's jeans turned my head. Faded blue with a reckless vibe, like a memory I can't untie. Sydney's jeans, so hot, so cool, making old rules feel brand new. I want a pair, I need them now. American Eagle, show me how. tell a tale. Every rip's a story, every stitch a sail. She walks the streets, she owns the scene. I'm chasing dreams in Sydney's jeans. They bring the past into the now. I'm sold, I'm hooked, I don't know how. Sydney's jeans, so hot, so cool, making old rules feel brand new. I want a pair, I need them now. American Eagle, show me how. Blue waves crashing on my thighs, wearing the stars under open skies. Sydney's vibe is the fire I crave. Denim dreams that can't behave. Sydney's jeans, so hot, so cool, making old rules feel brand new. I want a pair, I need them now. American Eagle, show me how. Sydney's jeans, so hot, so cool, making old rules feel brand new. I want a pair, I need them now. American Eagle, show me how. Sydney's jeans.
Oh yeah, Sydney's jeans, Sydney Sweeney. Still making the left, making their minds melt down. Sydney's jeans. Oh, God forbid an attractive white woman model jeans. It's a crime for the left. Sydney's jeans on DJ Silver Eagle. Now, this one inspired by the Langton family in Birmingham, Alabama. Alabama Heat.
Alabama heat melts the road to gold.
New faces arrive with stories untold.
The air is thick, but the dreams are wide.
South African hearts crossing the tide.
Safe in liberty's embrace, where the stars and stripes find space. Sweat rolls down, but the hope runs deep. Alabama heat, Alabama heat. They carry talent in battered bags. No corruption here to plant new flags.
From the ashes of crime they rise.
With courage burning brighter than sky.
The past may haunt,
But the future sings. Freedom hums on broken wings. Safe in liberty's embrace,
Alabama Heat, another tribute song to South African refugees, these in Birmingham. And of course, Twin Falls Delight was for Willem and Kara and their family up in Idaho. Well, folks, this is one of my favorites. And for you refugees that want to put your FEMA tents in my front yard, you know what's coming next. You know what's coming next. That's right, stay off my lawn.
Stay off my lawn, it's not a campsite. No FEMA tents, no late night fights. No refugees, no wild parades. This castle's mine, no renegades. Hit the road, Jack, don't spin me tail. Your liberty's lost like rusty nails.
Stay off my lawn. Keep it moving, keep it gone. No flags, no biltong. No fires, no song. Sorry, not sorry. Stay off my lawn.
Keep it moving, keep it gone. No flags, no biltong. No fires, no song. Sorry, not sorry. Stay off my lawn. Lawn.
My lawn, not yours.
Sorry, not sorry. Stay off.
My lawn, my lawn.
Drying laundry on my hedge fence. Drawing crowds with your nonsense. This ain't a stage, it's my domain. Take your drama down the lane. Pitch your tent where the shadows fall. Not on my grass, not by my wall. No soapbox speeches, no rally calls. This yard's a fortress you can't install. Stay
Off my lawn.
Keep it moving, keep it gone. No flags, no biltong.
No fires, no songs. Sorry, not sorry. Stay off my lawn.
Keep it moving, keep it gone.
No flags, no biltong.
No fires, no song. Sorry, not sorry. Stay off my lawn.
My lawn, not yours. My lawn.
Sorry, not sorry. Stay off my lawn. My lawn.
Move to California. Stay off my lawn. Stay off my lawn.
Keep it moving, keep it gone. No flags, no biltong. No fires, no song. Sorry, not sorry. Stay off my lawn. Keep it moving, keep it gone. No flags, no biltong. No fires, no song. Sorry, not sorry. Stay off my lawn. My lawn, my lawn. Sorry, not sorry. Off my lawn, my lawn. Lawn, my lawn, my lawn. Sorry, not sorry. Off my lawn, my lawn.
Stay off my lawn. Some of you have been wondering where Bob has been. Where has the bugger off bunny been? Well, Bob is here. He's been here all along. Here he is making an appearance. And of course, this was the second Bob song. We've got 3 Bob songs out now, including the vampire rabbits that went after the bugger off bunny.
Wyatt Army marches through the night. For right and justice we stand tall. Faith in our hearts, freedom for all. Chris at my side, he's got my back. We move as one, we're on the track. Return of the bugger off bunny, steady and strong. We ain't no dummy. Setting the pace, bringing the vibe. Feel the rhythm, Return of the bugger off bunny, steady and strong. We ain't no dummy. Setting the pace, bringing the vibe. Feel the rhythm, join the tribe. Return of the bugger off bunny, steady and strong. We ain't no dummy. Setting the pace, bringing the vibe. Feel the rhythm, join the tribe.
The return of the bugger off bunny. That's because Bob was missing for a few weeks and people said, where's Bob at? So we had to say return of the bugger off bunny. Got the original bugger off bunny song, which I sent to Thea back in the day. Of course, this was a gift from Thea in Pretoria East. She gave that to me. Kind of a cherished gift, one of my favorite gifts of all time. And then, of course, we did Return of the Bugger Off Bunny. That one, and then later on, we had those Frankenstein rabbits with freaking cancerous horns growing all out of their heads. So Bob ran away from them. He didn't want to get that disease. So here we go, folks. This is in honor of the Sunnyside detective in South Africa who said that, you know, things aren't so great in America for the refugees. The grass isn't greener. Well, sweetheart, the grass is greener.
They come to our shores with a suitcase dream, chasing the glow of that golden beam. From far off lands where shadows lie, here they find a brighter sky. Every step, every mile, they're reaching for the American style. The grass is green in America, where freedom sings, where hearts run wild. The grass is greener in America, a shining city, a dream compiled, the place the world keeps reaching for. Factories hum with a steady grace, ideas born in this boundless space. A light bulb flash, a towering steel in every corner. The promise feels real. From the ground to the stars, we're built on dreams, we're raising bars. The grass is greener in America, where freedom sings, where hearts run wild. The grass is greener in America, a shining city, a dream compiled, the place the world keeps reaching for. The grass is greener in America, where freedom sings, where hearts run wild. The grass is greener in America, a shining city, a dream compiled, the place the world keeps reaching for. The grass is greener in America, where freedom sings, where hearts run wild. The grass is greener in America, a shining city, a dream compiled, the place the world keeps reaching for.
Grass is greener right here, DJ Silver Eagle. The grass is greener, folks. Let me just put this to ease real quick with this slandering of American hat. This is an Ariat, one of the top brands for cowboy hats in America. Ariat. right there. See that? One of the absolute top brands in America. And this hat ain't cheap. This is $200 or $300 hat right here, even though it's made of straw. The good felt ones are frickin' outrageously expensive. Outrageously expensive. Those damn things run about $500-700 for a good quality black hat. I want to get a black one. They are really expensive. Anyway, it's not a Mexican-American cowboy hat. You're high as a kite. It's just an American cowboy hat. Female vocal is good for the song The Grass is Greener. How can one pick the same voice for... Yeah, I don't know how you do that, Kathy. That's interesting. I don't know how to do that in Suno. So the Australian hats are pretty cool, Maze. Oh, yeah. Yeah, no, it's 2 a.m. on this side of the third rock from the sun. And it's time to wrap up, I think. My daughter sent me a photo of the new laws. It looks terrible because all the restrictions used to be beautiful. Yeah, it used to be. Great song. Very uplifting. Well, that was the idea there, folks. Didn't say a Stetson. Stetsons are very expensive. Those hats can go over $1,000, man. That's crazy. That's more than my first 3 cars cost. Charles, what are you doing? Are you now trolling too? This is made by Americans, not by Mexicans. Ariette. Good stuff. Anyway. Alrighty, folks. I'll be back Tuesday. I've got my judge stuff lined up for the election next week, so we're in good shape there. Just got to send another message out and then go set up, get the key from the church, and then set it up on Monday evening. And I'll be. By the way, just a reminder for next week, Tuesday, I'm out all day. Also, tomorrow I've got to make an advert for the newspaper tomorrow. So I'm out all day from 5:30 in the morning until midnight. So I might do a broadcast when I come back from midnight. But I will on Wednesday. I've got, that's this week. I'm sorry. Yeah. Next week. So there we go. Next week. No, Anton Mulder. I have done 10-hour live streams consecutive. 10 hours straight. The election in 2020, I was on air for 10 hours straight covering the election. Didn't go to bed till 4:30, 5 o'clock in the morning, something like that. Yep. Yeah, something like that. Yep. I know you're teasing, Charles, but we got Dogzilla and Matthew Dixon here for that. Okay. Yeah. So no, it's not a record breaker. This isn't even close. Ronaldo used to make fun of my streams, but that was during lockdown when people had nothing going on. They were looking for something, entertainment, information, trying to learn. So I stayed on. I mean, I committed. I dedicated myself to my audience, and YouTube didn't reward me, but my audience, those who hung around, rewarded me. Very kind of them. Yep, some great people to watch this program. I really appreciate it. Some people come and go. There's a few people like Dylan Combrick and Hendo and Arctic and a few others, Paulie, who just stick with us through thick and thin, Charles Van Olsen, and I'm missing some. I don't mean to miss people, but that's just ones that popped in my head right away. Yep, hit the like button, folks, if you don't mind. 253, got a little bit of super chat revenue here. Freya says, "Oh, you should have found me during lockdown, Freya, because this was the joint. This was the place. I mean, you could on lockdown, you could come in for lunch and then leave for a break and come back at dinner time. I was still going strong, and you can wrap your evening up with me. I mean, I habitually did 3 and 4 hour live streams with the norm. Yeah, it was crazy. Then we switched it up so I get a little break, and we started doing the news, and then we take a break, and I would do a couple hours later the night owls, which was night hours for South Africans, but not for me. It was late afternoon for me. And then eventually, because of the refugee stuff that was going on, I brought the night owls back, but night owls for me, because there were developments during the afternoon and evening, and I used the night owls initially this session here to talk almost exclusively about the refugee program, because I didn't want to do it during the news. The refugee program really pissed off a lot of my viewers who left, because people constantly came in interrupted and very, very attention seeking. Ooh, Mr. Kata, ooh, Mr. Kata, me over here. And they would constantly interrupt the show to get answers to the questions of FD. And I tried to ignore some of it, but I couldn't ignore all of it. And a lot of my regular viewers got pissed off and just left and didn't come back. And that's unfortunate. But yeah, so. Need that hat. Okay. No, Kathy, it's not easy to sit for that long. It's not. Especially, I've already swapped out a couple chairs. This is my 3rd chair, I think, since I started doing this. Yep. Yeah, I wish you'd found it too, Freya. It would have been fun. Das werde aber schön sein in der Vergangenheit. Aber die Zeit ist schon vorbei, und so ist unsere Zeit zusammen heute Abend. Ja, unsere Sendung muss leider zum Ende. Yep. Okay, I can't sit for that long. Yeah, Charles definitely can't sit for that long. Anyway, folks, if you're not on the Truth Report, please go on the Truth Report. Help us get to that 100,000 so we can hook Rob Hertz off to pay for my plane ticket. And we are 1,400 away. So hopefully more people will get on there. All right, that's going to do it, folks. I'm not going to belly dance. Husband introduced your channel to me, Colonel. He's followed you for a long time. Okay, Jules. I don't know who your husband is. Say rest home. Huh? Thank you, Martin Fundamera. All right, guys, that's going to do it. Have a good night. Thanks. Good day. I do need some rest. I'm getting tired now. People kept saying I was tired earlier, but I am actually tired now. Excuse me. Well, yeah. Well, I don't know, but we got to get to 100,000 or he's not going to pay for it. So cheers, everybody. See you later on.